Once I was 7 years old, my mama told me, go make yourself some friends or you'll be lonely. Once I was 7 years old. It was a big, big world. We thought we were bigger, pushing each other to the limits. We were learning quicker. By 11, smoking herb and drinking burning liquor. Never rich, so we were out to make that.
Now? Alright, I'm Max Schack alongside Tanner Cherizak. Tanner, we want to thank you for coming on. You know, Tanner's the Student Council Vice President, also one of the captains of the volleyball team. Tanner, we got a big show planned ahead for us.
It's definitely a big day for us all. I'm happy to be here. I want to thank you guys for having me, and I'm ready to roll. You know, let's get going.
Let's get it going.
Let's get it going.
I got Mike Zarnowski right here with us. He graduated last year, class of 2016. Mike, you're a veteran of St. Joe's Media. Now you're at Monmouth University right now. Can you talk a little bit about what St. Joe's really did to help you prepare for college?
You know, St. Joe's, they help you with everything on the academic standpoint. I went into college knowing most of what I needed to know over everyone else. And I was able to get a nice, easy transition into the school, Monmouth University. And, you know, I'm succeeding there right now. Hopefully I'll continue to. But they help you out, mainly in the English department, huge help, especially with essay writing and everything they do. And they care for you at St. Joe's, not like other schools where they don't give a damn and they pass you through.
And so, Mike, you're doing the open house right now. Can you just talk about, like, what are you going to be telling the prospective students since you're an alumni?
Well, as an alumni, you know, we have a really extensive network. I know I've met quite a few guys here, but there's people in the fields everywhere, and they want to help people from St. Joe's because they know what St. Joe's did for them. So they want to kind of give back to the school community. So they do that through helping the people who graduate out. So I'm looking forward to, in 4 years, getting in contact with some more guys and hopefully getting a job with one of them.
Mike, looking back at your 4 years at St. Joe's, can you remember any moments or any parts of St. Joe's that you'd say were most memorable to you?
Well, I'd say two moments would be or maybe three. One of them would be winning state tournament with the basketball team, going to those games. That's epic to go to see them play, seeing all the sports teams. Freshman year, my team won Freshman Cup. That was fun. Won flag football championship. That was cool. You know, there's so many activities, no matter what you do. If you do sports, if you don't do sports, you can get involved and do whatever you want. So it's great.
Definitely. Thanks, Mike. You know, an illustrious career for the St. Joseph alumni, and we hope to hear more from him in the future. Mike, thanks for being on the show with us. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you, Mike.
Anytime.
All right, I think we're going to bring on senior Lucas Trevor now to talk about Motto UN, youth and government, and also soccer. Lucas, welcome to the show, man.
Welcome, Lucas. Thanks for coming.
It's great to be here.
All right, so Lucas, you're on Motto UN, youth and government, soccer. You're a pretty busy guy, I would say. Can you talk a little bit about what each club does? And I know Motto UN goes every year on a trip. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Sure. We hear a lot at St. Joe's about our great athletics. You know, you name a sport, we've had someone who's gone professional or who is setting records right now in college. But we don't always look at our great clubs and our great academics, and that's something that Model UN and Youth and Government is. We like to call it an extension of the great academics here. It's a club, Model UN and Youth and Government, they're tied very closely together, same leadership, same moderator. It's for people who have an interest in world affairs, in politics, in debate. We go to a hotel in Hershey, Pennsylvania every year for 3.5 days. We debate world issues. We meet people from all over the New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Delaware. Youth and Government, very similar. In that case, we get to go to the State House in Trenton, and we debate issues facing the state. You write a bill, you get to have your voice heard, and you get to hear different perspectives. On the side of soccer, I'm one of the senior leaders. We have a great team this year. We just lost a nail biter to the #1 seed in the county, who we're probably going to be playing in a couple weeks in the county tournament. So, good and bad, we lost, but we could beat them the next time. So, we'll see.
You're obviously very involved in the St. Joe's community. Tell me how important you think it is to be involved in in the school.
So at St. Joe's, we preach like brotherhood, being being behind another student. If he falls, you pick him up. And I don't necessarily always feel it like in the classroom, right? We're just walking around to class, but I feel it in clubs and I feel it in activities. Max Chadwick sitting right to my right, I had no idea who the kid was until a couple weeks ago. I happened to join a club that he was in. Some of my best friends I didn't make through, I happen to have third period chemistry with them. I have an interest in MUN or YAG or soccer. That's how you make really lasting connections that, I mean, I've spoken with graduates who are still friends with the kids that they went to school with.
Can you talk a little bit about, I know MALU and youth and government are very similar. Can you talk about a little bit about the differences between the two clubs?
Sure. So as I said, I'd say about 90% of the people who do MUN also do YAG. It taps into a very similar interest. Model UN, you go to, as I said before, a hotel in Hershey, Pennsylvania. You represent a country. You're in a committee. You have to represent their views, so you learn a lot. This year I was Great Britain. I learned all about, Great Britain, about Brexit, about all of that so that I could debate, issues about that. Youth in government, you get to represent yourself. It's like you're a real state representative going to Trenton, debating issues. I ran for the highest office. So it's a student-run organization, which is something that I have to stress. It's the largest student-run organization in the country like it. So I ran for the highest position. I ended up losing. No hard feel. Tragic. So that's another great thing about MUN and YAG is it gets kids to empower themselves and to empower those around them. That's one of the reasons why I really like it.
Now these seem like very heavily scholastic clubs, but I've heard there's a very good diversity of kids in the club. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Sure. I don't want to make it sound like I'm some kind of genius. Okay. I struggle with getting my papers in, with passing all my classes, just like everybody else. There are quite literally every kind of student who does both of these clubs. Last year, our co-valedictorians, who both got nearly perfect SAT scores and both got, I think, perfect GPAs, and both are attending Harvard right now, they did it. But I also have friends who, are looking at, making a hard living, be it as a whatever, earning an honest living. I don't know, Mike. Stop laughing at me. I'm not some kind of genius, but you can still become involved in these clubs, and I think that can be said for really anything at St. Joe's. If you're passionate about it, and you care about it, and you're willing to put the work in, go you.
Well said, Lucas.
Thank you.
Well said. Well, thanks a lot for being on the show, Lucas.
Yeah,
we really appreciate it.
Sure.
Good luck today with everything.
Thank you.
Good one.
Yeah,
We'll
stop
see you
by
later.
the soccer table. We'll get you set up. We'll get you the name of the coach, and we'll have some fun. We got a goal. You can shoot some kicks at. You can kick the ball at it if you want to. Try and beat me.
That's called soccer.
You won't beat me.
Well, are you sure about that?
Not so sure. Okay, thank you.
Thanks a lot, Lucas. Thank you for being
All
on
right.
the show.
I think James Bledsoe is actually coming out from robotics.
All right, let's hear it for James Bledsoe. Now, while the face of the broadcast may be Max and I, behind the scenes, it's definitely a James Bledsoe show. Many of these wires and the connections would not be possible without James, and this talent would not be shown without him. So,
His younger brother too. As
and
well.
his younger brother also. So definitely a big part of the program. Thanks for being here, James.
All right,
Kinda
thanks
had
for
to
having
be
me.
here.
Yeah, it was good. It's fun.
Tell us, you're a technology guy. That's
Yeah.
you. It's innovative. That's who you are. Tell us a little bit about why you chose technology and why technology interests you.
I don't know. It kind of just kind of came to me, I guess. It's just fun seeing what's new, impressing people. Like everyone just stopping by, looking at all the equipment. And
I surely don't know what any of it is.
I don't
Yeah.
know any of this.
I have no idea.
it's cool to just be able to say, like, yeah, I did that.
Right, understood. So what clubs are you involved in that involve your technological research?
What clubs aren't I involved in?
Oh, well said. Well said.
Let's see. I digital media, radio, TV, and then my big one's robotics.
I hear many of the clubs and the activities that go on around here would not be possible without your help. The
probably
pep
true.
rally that just happened, if you've seen the video, definitely involved a lot of the AV equipment. A lot of this stuff is not possible without James. You're also a member of the robotics team, did you say?
Oh yeah, I'm actually the captain this year.
Captain of the
Yeah.
robotics team, not just a member, folks. Not just any old
Come on,
member.
Tanner.
Sorry, guys. Tell us a little bit about robotics. Tell us about the team, the competition, what you guys strive to do.
All right, so robotics is actually pretty crazy. It's
Oh, I bet.
it's the events are packed. So picture about 40 kids with anything they can imagine to work on, and then just build a machine. We get a game every year, and you get 6 weeks to work on like a bot. So pretty much anything you can imagine, you work on. So I use all 6 weeks, and then competition starts. So you don't know what the game is until the deadline, so nobody can get a head start.
Right.
But then they're big competitions with a couple, probably like 40 or 50 different schools compete, and then just hundreds, probably 1,000 people at each event. It's just a lot of fun.
It seems competitive.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Competitive.
It's not like BattleBots, but it's pretty intense, pretty physical.
How does our team normally do at these competitions?
We usually do pretty good. There's teams that are sponsored by like huge companies and like have their robot built for them.
Right.
But we can honestly say we put every screw into it.
Yeah,
So
guys, I hear you guys work very hard. You know, your practices are long.
Late nights.
Tedious. So,
Yeah.
Kudos to you, James.
Thank you.
Kudos to you.
All right, James, I want to thank you for coming on.
Thanks
Yeah,
for
no
coming.
problem.
I appreciate it.
Thank you for coming on, and
Yeah.
thank you for setting everything
yeah.
up.
Thank
for
you for
having me.
setting this all up.
Yeah.
You got it.
Thank
See you guys.
Nice to see you.
I think, Tanner, right now we have your president. You're the vice president of student council. I think we can bring on the president of student council.
Let's bring him on.
Matt Sedano.
Let's bring him on. Let's clap it up for the president of the student council, everyone.
Fortunate enough to have both the vice president and president of student council right now. And Matt, thanks for coming on the show, man.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for having me. Thanks.
So, Matt, tell us about student council. Your role as the president, it obviously takes a lot of your time. I definitely assist you as much as I can.
Yes.
Or I try to. So tell me about the responsibilities required and why you chose to be the president of student council.
Obviously, there's a lot of responsibility as student council president. Sometimes, with even a school as great as St. Joe's, there's changes that need to be made, problems that students have, things that you want to see change, and I wanted to be the person to step up and make those changes and possibilities a reality, and those dreams that different students have. So we really have a responsibility of planning the events / making the changes that are going to make people really enjoy their stay here. You know, this is an investment, and I think students shouldn't just sit back and watch as certain things they want to be changed and just hope that they're changed. So I think our responsibility as student council is to make those things true. So we plan a lot of events, we make a lot of changes, and overall just make the school a better place.
One of those events was the pep rally. I know you guys really did a really
Yes.
good job with the pep rally. Can you,
Thanks.
Can you give us a little preview of what's to come for the winter pep rally? I know a lot of people are excited about that.
We don't want to spoil anything, but we definitely have to, I guess, live up to the expectations of the first one, because I know it definitely got a lot of school spirit out of a lot of the students. So a lot of plans with definitely the different winter sports, especially basketball being a big sport this year, as it always is. But definitely some funny things and some fun things just to relax and put a smile on a bunch of people's face. That's the plan.
Absolutely. I agree.
And make sure you guys, on the YouTube channel, we actually have the video of the pep rally, so anyone that
Yes.
that watch it, you guys can
It was
watch
very well filmed, yeah.
It's edited by Dylan Hollander.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a well done piece of.
We actually have Harambe here as well with Rico Borromeo.
Yeah, he is there, out there, yeah.
So Matt, thanks for being on the show.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for having me so much.
It was a pleasure to see you.
It was a pleasure to see you too, Tanner.
I think right now. Yeah, don't break the stair right now. I think right now we're gonna bring on Matt Osbolic. I think he's gonna come on for volleyball. You want to come on too, Enrico? All right.
How you doing, Chad Maxwell?
You good?
Hi, Tanner. How are you?
Nice to see you.
And so both of you, Tanner and Matt, are both on the volleyball team. So you guys had a really good year last year. You won the GMC championship. You know, what do you think about this year? You guys lost a lot, but you still bringing back a lot of key players. So how are you gonna try to live up to the expectations?
Honestly, it's all going to be like a really big team effort. We have a lot of young guys coming up, and I'm really excited for the season because we have one returning start only. But everyone's been working hard on the off season, and I'm very excited for what's going to come up.
There's definitely a lot of potential. I think definitely a lot of guys that want to work hard. Definitely a lot of guys that are devoted to the program. So I'm excited to see what's going to happen, and you can only hope for the best. You can only hope for the best.
Yeah, you guys. Can you just talk about some of the guys that are coming back? Because I know a lot of people were talking about the guys that you guys lost last year.
Well, we lost a couple guys last year. Brian Carley, obviously a very tall kid. He was like 6'10", definitely a factor. Connor Mahoney went Division I to play at Sacred Heart, so that's a loss as well. But we definitely have some big talent coming up, some big names, and we're excited.
Let's talk a little bit about like the seniors that you guys are really. Well, I know you two are probably gonna be one of some of the key seniors. Talk about some other seniors like Enrico Borromeo.
Yeah, definitely Enrico. No, definitely Enrico. We also have Sam Battaglia. I'm actually really excited for. Yeah, he is too. And then we also have the young kid coming up as well. What? No, no, don't speak of that.
We just have a bunch of hardworking guys ready to put in the work to hopefully get as far as we can. So we're excited.
Yeah, you guys won a James Championship last year, and this year bring back a lot of key guys. Can you talk a little about the underclassmen that might step up this year as well?
Definitely Connor Quigley. He's libero coming up soon. We also have who else? Tanner, who do you think?
The younger guys, we have Connor Quigley, Dan Young, a returning varsity player, a bunch of young guys who are definitely eager to get their hands on the volleyball. Eddie, I'm happy for the emotion that I think they're going to bring, and it's nothing but help for the program, and I think the program's got nowhere to go but up.
Yeah. So, Mr. Herring, I think said that Vincent Rodriguez will come on for an interview. Are you going to interview one of the kids, I think? Is that what Mr. Herring said?
Okay, so Matt, thank you for coming on. We appreciate it.
Thanks, man.
It's always
No
a
problem.
pleasure.
Matt, really appreciate it.
Good luck in the season.
All right, I think we're going to have an interview with a prospective student right now. You want to come up and do the interview?
All right. Clap it up, clap it up. You can pop a squad right here.
Okay.
Welcome to the show. Thanks for being here. What's your name?
I'm Gus.
Nice to meet you, Gus. I'm Tanner. So where are you from, Gus? Tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us a little bit of background information.
Right, so I'm Gus.
Okay.
I'm from St. Columbus College in England, and we're doing an exchange here with St. Joe's.
Wow, look at that. All right. How do you like it so far?
It's been all right so far, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we're all good, yeah.
Tell us about your experience. What are some things you guys have done since you've been here?
Well, we only got here yesterday,
Oh, okay.
so we got picked up by someone in one of your yellow buses. That was quite exciting for us. Then we sort of had a welcome meal in the RE room over there or something like that.
Okay.
And apart from that, we've only really been here a day, so.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
You guys have any plans coming up?
Yeah, we're going to McClancy School in New York,
Wow, that's really cool.
and we're going to Philadelphia and stuff like that. So yeah, should be good.
What part of England are you from?
So we're from St Albans, which is like 20 minutes away from London on the train.
Okay. Wow. Jeez. Is this your first time to the United States, out of the country?
No, I've been here to Boston before.
Boston. Okay.
So
Good to hear.
Is your school very similar to St. Joe's, or is it a lot different than this?
it's quite a lot smaller. But yeah, no, it's quite similar. I mean, it's a brothers' school, so it's got the same principles. So
All right.
right.
Well, thank you for being here.
That is
We
all
appreciate
right.
it. We hope you have a good time.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Gus.
Yeah, thanks for coming on, guys.
Let's clap it up for Gus.
All right, I think right now, let's bring out Johnson Browski.
John Zabrowski. Leader of the crew team. John Zabrowski is here to talk about the club, what the club does, their competition, and really just what they mean to the St. Joe's community. So, John, welcome. It's always a pleasure to have you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you for being here. So, tell us a little bit about yourself. Maybe talk about the crew team. What's going on? Talk to us, man.
Well, this is going to be my 5th season on the crew team. Season is either a fall season or a spring season. We normally have 5 to 6 races. They normally last all day, which is, I mean, it's kind of boring. You get there at 8 a.m., you leave at about 6. We have a lot of fun most of the time, but you sleep all day, you get a lot of food, race hard, and it's just an overall good day.
You guys had a race yesterday, if I'm correct.
Yeah, it was the Navy Day Regatta. We had over 150 teams there in Philadelphia. In that pack, we placed 15th overall.
That's pretty good. Wow.
Yeah, not
Very
bad.
good.
Who's in the boat with you?
The varsity quad, which is 4 people, was the bow seat who steers was Nick Irapino, who is a junior. Trent Tiglar was the seat after that, who's a sophomore. Will Cassani was the 3 seat, who's a senior, and then I was the 4th seat in that boat.
Wow. All All right. So, and can you talk a little bit about some of the seniors? Is it just you and Will are the seniors on that team?
Yeah, this year me and Will are the only two graduating seniors. Next year we have a big class moving up, so we're looking for a lot of prospective students here. We hope a lot come out and join the team.
Yeah, absolutely. Can you talk a little bit about the some underclassmen that you think are really going to step up next few years?
Next few years, I'm really hoping that Trent Tigelaar is going to show up. He made a really big impact this year after our captain left last year. And for us, it's a big deal to see kids that young take a really big interest in the sport. And it just means so much to see that our legacy is going to be carried on throughout the years.
And how are you going to try to recruit some kids to get on the recruit team after the open house today?
Well, I'm going to definitely say that there's a lot of girls out there that you can meet at the races, because I know it's hard to meet girls here at St. Joe's.
Yeah.
But, I mean, there's a lot of good food. Parents always bring food to cook, and, you know, it's just an overall great time. You get to sleep in hammocks during the day. You get to go around, jump out of boats, play in the water, and it's a lot of fun.
So you would definitely recommend this to any incoming freshmen who
Oh, definitely. I mean, Mr. Smith's going to try and get you for a basketball team, but don't go there. This is the real sport.
Wow, all right, that's some harsh words from the basketball team, but I think Crew team can live up to that, yeah.
I think they can live up to it, definitely. So thanks a lot, John.
Oh, thank you, guys.
It's always a pleasure. I appreciate it.
Have a good day.
Thanks for being here. So, Max, we've been talking to a lot of guests today, but we haven't talked about ourselves, really. So let's tell everyone, our viewers, a little bit about yourself, Max. What do you bring to the table?
My name is Max, as Tanner just said. I'm basically the lead broadcaster for SJRN and SJTV and everything like that. I mean, that's what I want to do when I get older. That's what I want to do in college. So that's basically what I'm bringing to the table right now. I know you are really involved in volleyball, student council. I mean, you got me beat on that part. But I mean, Tanner, you talk a little bit about how you're trying to get really involved in St. Joe's. So
I think just I wasn't involved as much when I was younger, but as you get older, I realized that school is so much more fun when you're involved. There's definitely adventures to be had and memories to be made. Some of the best friends I have, I've met through the things I've been involved in. Some of the most fun I've had, ever. Even this year, pep rallies, and just being a part of the community is something special, especially at this school. So I would encourage anybody that's here to definitely be involved. It's the best thing you could do.
All right, we'll bring on another guest right now. It's Mr. Hanks Boyd right now, so let's bring him up.
Let's bring him up. Gerge von Kalkat. Welcome to the show, Gerge.
Thank you.
They call him Gerge, his friends. Gerge.
All right, so Gerge, what are we going to talk about today?
Gerge.
Well, probably soccer. I don't know much else to talk
Maybe
about.
just introduce yourself, a little bit about yourself, what you do at school, what you enjoy, what the school means to you, what you bring to the school. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Take a step back. Who are you, Gerge? Tell the people who you are.
Well, I'm Gerge von Kalkat. I'm a senior at St. Joe's. I play soccer for the varsity team. I've been since freshman year. I've been playing varsity. Wow. I'm part of NHS and Science NHS. Yeah. Unfortunately for me, my senior season was cut short in preseason when I broke my nose.
Oh, that's tragic.
Yeah.
Sorry, Gerge.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So how about the soccer team's doing pretty good right now? You guys, I know you just lost a heartbreaker to East Brunswick. Can you talk a little bit about what you guys expect out of the rest of the season?
Yesterday we had a tough game against Monroe, which looks like our likely opponent in the GMC tournament. Went to double overtime with them, lost 2-1, but playing with 10 men and playing a number one team in the county, it was a good result. We played with a lot of pride. So yeah.
So, Gerge, you mentioned your involvement in the NHS program. Can you talk, being a student athlete, can you talk about how athletics can affect your academics, how easy it is to manage your time, and really just what it means to you?
Well, it's kind of tough being like an NHS student, taking all these AP classes, but
Can you explain to our viewers what the NHS program is, Gerge, please?
The NHS program, well, it's usually for the students with a higher GPA who are really dedicated to the community and giving back. We do stuff like ASAP tutoring, which where we help some of the kids who aren't doing that well in class, get ahead.
Right. So, what is it like to be a student athlete?
Being a student athlete, it can be challenging at times because taking all these classes, you practice, you come home at like 5:30, and then you have to do your homework. So typically during the week, you don't get a lot of time to yourself. So it can be challenging, but
Does it definitely? Do you think it pays off in the end?
I mean, I hope it does because.
Well said. We all do.
Yeah. You know,
All right,
plenty.
Coach, I want to thank you for coming on to the show, man.
Thank you very much, Coach.
Thank
It's
you.
always a pleasure.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think Tanner, one thing that Lucas Trevor just texted me, that the English kid we brought, Russ McMahon, is actually one of England's best lacrosse players and rugby players.
Really?
I didn't notice that. I mean, I just
Well, he didn't say anything.
He didn't say anything. He's very modest.
He's very
so-
modest. Those are the kind of students that are drawn to St. Joe's.
Yeah.
Modest, athletic, talented students.
I had no idea this kid
Unlike
was
Mike
like-
Zarnowski.
I had
He
no
is the
idea this-
exception today.
I had no idea this kid was like in all England.
That's
lacrosse
wonderful. I'm
players.
glad. We're glad to have you here, Gus. If you're listening, thank you for visiting our school and being part of our community.
Hopefully you can transfer here and play lacrosse.
Just consider it.
So, you know, I would say Max definitely an aspect of the school that's stepped up their role is the photography.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh,
photography
absolutely.
is definitely important to us nowadays. I know a lot of kids are bringing in these very nice cameras. You know, they look very professional and they know what they're doing, and it seems like they have a very important role to our extracurricular. So we can have a couple photographers on set right now if they want to come up, and we got one. That's good enough.
Yeah, Christopher right here. Christopher, thanks for coming on.
Thanks,
Well,
Christopher.
thank you guys for having me.
So tell me, Christopher, why photography? Why are you Christopher the photographer?
It was one of those ironic stories that how I got into photography.
Well, I'd love to hear it.
A transfer student last year, Caleb Battle, from the basketball team, actually was talking about video editing and wanted somebody to video edit for him. So I told him that I can video edit, and I was like, I'll pay you, then fine. So,
Ironic, isn't it?
and that's how I became who I am today.
And who are you today, Christopher? Tell us a little bit about where you're involved in the community, what you're taking pictures of, and what it means for you to be a photographer.
I am currently in the yearbook, newspaper, digital media, SJRN, SJTV, and the robotics team.
Wow.
And
you're taking pictures for all these clubs.
yes, I am.
Where do these pictures go? On the website?
It, it goes to like a variety of places. It goes from like the yearbook to the newspaper to on the website. Goes anywhere I go, you know, where it's needed.
Well said.
Christopher, you right now you're doing photography and all that. Is there anything you want to do? Is this something you want to do at college or later on?
I haven't decided yet, actually. Like-
you have some time, Chris. What are you, just a sophomore or junior right now?
I'm a sophomore right now.
Yeah, you have some time.
Yeah.
Me and Tara don't have that much time left.
Not much time. So, Christopher, photography is important to you. Do you only do photography for the school, or do you do photography outside the school?
I only take photography in campus, actually.
Okay, so you would say that St. Joe's has definitely elevated your photography career.
Yes, and I'm also expanding out to like other places like crew, hockey team this year is a big one, and like a whole variety of other outside clubs.
So you're definitely involved. Would you recommend getting involved to any potential students here today?
I would recommend photography to anybody. I mean, it could be easy. I mean,
Well put. A camera and a dream.
All right, Christopher, I want to thank you for
Christopher,
coming
thank
on.
you.
all right, thank you guys.
Thank you very much, Christopher.
Appreciate it.
So Max, a lot of guests, a lot of action. We're definitely excited to be here today. A lot of potential students. What do you think what's one of your favorite memories from St. Joe's so far?
Well, freshman year, as you know, is pretty crazy having like an NBA player on campus and all that. But it's I mean, that was probably one of the most crazy memories. I think we have a new kid coming on right now, Tanner. We have a new guest.
Okay. We have Mr. Eric Freda, is it?
Yes, that's correct.
It's a pleasure to have you here. Tell us
Absolutely.
a little bit about yourself, Eric Freda.
Well, I came here to St. Joe's, with a lot to accomplish. I was looking forward to it a lot, and so far I've just, played some soccer, and hockey season starts up in a couple of weeks with tryouts, so looking forward to that.
So you're a freshman this year, Mr. Freda,
Yes,
correct?
yeah. Uh-huh.
How do you feel that your transition from 8th grade to freshman year has been so far?
I mean, I think it was pretty smooth because I have an older sibling, so
Right.
I knew a lot of familiar faces, a lot of juniors, some sophomores.
How would you characterize the St. Joseph's community? Would you characterize characterize it as welcoming, encouraging? What would you say your personal experience was?
I think welcoming would be a good word to describe it overall.
Your older brother goes here, is that right?
Yeah, he's a junior. Yeah, Nick Freda.
Was that a big part of your decision to enroll in the school?
A little bit. I mean, when Nick was a freshman, I was in 7th grade, so I was here a lot for hockey games over at Woodbridge Community Center and the lacrosse and stuff. So I've been doing camps with soccer, hockey, and lacrosse for the last couple of years, so I knew a lot of other incoming freshmen, so that played a big role in it as well.
You made the right decision?
Absolutely, yeah.
All right, Nick, I want to thank you for coming on. Oh, Eric, I'm sorry.
Oh, that's all right.
Thanks a lot,
Thank you.
Well,
Thank
like
you.
your brother, that's why.
Thank you very much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
So, Tan, I think we can bring on your volleyball teammate, Enrico Borromeo. I know you guys aren't that great of friends, but
I don't like it this much.
oh wait,
But
going
I guess
back down his little camera
if we
shot.
have to.
You can do a bottle flip, is that right? Maybe we'll see.
Good morning, Enrico.
Oh.
Good morning.
Welcome to the show. Obviously, a lot of confidence right out of the gate. Coming in, flipping a bottle,
Yeah.
first try.
I'm not even worried about it.
Do you think that bottle flip would have been possible without St. Joe's?
Honestly, St. Joe's has taught me so much in my life. Not just about bottle flipping, just about everything in general. Like, I know so much more now than I've known before St. Joe's. But
That's how school works. Huh?
yeah, but like, in terms of the bottle flipping, like St. Joe's couldn't have taught me that. I mean, anywhere else, like, you can't learn that. It's a St. Joe's kind of thing,
So Enrico, some people would categorize us as friends. I wouldn't go that far.
Yeah, agreed.
Talk about your friends at St. Joe's, what they mean to you, and how it differs from other schools.
Oh
What
yeah,
St. Joe's-
my friends at St. Joe's. I don't have friends here.
the couple that you do have.
I don't. Okay, man. I have a few friends. Like Joe Martirano. He's a great guy. He's from Piscataway. He runs track. Used to. He plays volleyball sometimes. He's a good guy. I have a few classes with him since freshman year. He was in my freshman homeroom where we won freshman cup. Shout out to the Armadillos. Yeah, he's a good guy.
According to our information, an insider source says your senior, as a captain of your freshman cup team, you came in dead last.
That is actually false. We came second to last.
Yeah, didn't we come
Negatory. Yeah. Gobernad
We
came in
actually
last.
finished mid-pack. It was definitely a team effort. So let's not.
Yeah.
around.
Okay, so Arva's team this year, they were Arvageddon. I told them right off the bat, like, you have to carry on the Armadillos legacy. Like, right when I came on, right when I walked into the classroom, I said, legacy. And they failed to live up to the legacy of the undefeated Armadillos team, and they only won 2 games.
Our insiders have criticized you as the, quote, worst coach ever. Do you have any comments on this information?
No.
Are they correct comments?
I wouldn't go that far.
Okay, Enrico. Well, we'll let you get back to the couple friends you have. Thanks a lot for being with us.
Thank you. No problem.
You get off.
Bye.
Get out. Security. Kids.
Yeah, so. You got the first one. I think that's all that matters.
So, Max, we've had a lot of students today come and talk about their experience, but really, one of the other important parts of the school is the teachers and the faculty.
Yeah.
So, we have a special guest with us, Dr. Ellis. I hear she's in the building. If you want to come up here and maybe give us a couple words, a couple statements, we'd love to hear. Wherever you'd like to. Thank you for being with us today. I know you have a busy schedule. You're good, Dr. Ellis. No worries. Thank you for being with us today.
Thank you for allowing me to be with you today. I know James actually made this, for a 3D printer.
Yeah, I heard you guys are trying to get another 3D printer. Is that right?
Yes, as a matter of fact. By the way, welcome everybody. One of the things that we were trying to do, I would like another 3D printer. We have a it's 3 years old, I think, which in 3D printer world is ancient. So we have a very old 3D printer, and we'd like a new one because we do some great things with them. If you have a chance and you go into the gym where the Digital Media Club is, we actually have on the table a vase and a prosthetic child's hand that we actually created with, well, James Bledsoe did, with a 3D printer, and we'd like to do more things like that. And actually, the logo thing here was also printed off the 3D printer. So we want to do things for others using that 3D printer. And speaking of digital media, I'm hoping that all of you were one of the over 10,000 people who had hits on our IM video, which was posted only yesterday. And that's only 10,000 hits that we can see on Facebook. Twitter, the website, we have no idea how far that's gone. So if you haven't had a chance,
Definitely check it out, guys. It's something to see.
It's on the website. Our digital media crew is fantastic. You'll see a lot of their video and movies on the website and obviously in social media. And also, robotics is out there talking about James and the 3D printer. Our robotics championship team, we have the robot moving in the gym too. And there's a lot of great things going on here. And it just makes me happy to be here as a faculty member and involved. And all of you inspire me, especially this broadcasting. You guys do a fantastic job.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Well, thanks a lot for being here, Dr. Ellis. We know you're busy. We know you got a lot to do.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it. So I think right now we're going to bring on the theater club right now.
Theater company. Come on up, guys. Don't be shy. This is Rourke Morrison, a lead role in the St. Joseph's Theater Company, and definitely a prominent figure in our theatrics. Rourke, thanks for being here.
Thank
maybe
you.
Just start off by telling us a little about yourself, who you are as a person, what makes up Rourke, and why theater chose you, or why you chose theater.
Okay. Well, I came into St. Joe's and was looking at different clubs, and theater kind of caught my eye, so I joined the spring play, and I liked it a lot, and I kept on coming back. And
what draws you back, Rourke? What about theater makes theater theater?
I don't know. I guess the performances I really like, especially, my own. Especially like being on stage, saying my lines.
What are some of the plays you guys have performed in the past?
We've performed Our Town, Les Mis, Inherit the Wind, My Fair Lady, and currently we're in the making of doing Arsenic and Old Lace. So.
And what school do you produce this with? I know to get some of the female actors.
Oh, female? We draw on a few. It could be public school, some from the Mount, a lot from Mother Seton. Sorry, I forgot about that one. So yeah, no. Anyone who's interested could reach out.
Would you say that your contributing crew is definitely a big part of why you enjoy the theater company?
Yeah. Yes, definitely. What?
Rourke, our insiders tell us that you do have a large amount of siblings. Can you tell us about your family?
Well, I'm one of 7. 2 are in college. One goes to Fordham, one goes to University of Southern California. And, all the other ones are in grade school. And one just went to St. Peter's Prep as a freshman. So,
wow.
Yeah.
That's a wonderful story, Rourke. Thank you so much for being with us. It's a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I think right now, Tanner, we have one of your other volleyball teammates.
There's a bunch of them.
Hopefully-
Let's bring them up here.
Hopefully he's your friend this time.
Sam Battaglia, please make your way to the stage if you can. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I think right now we're talking about the Spanish club, Tanner.
It seems like we haven't talked about our cultural clubs enough,
No.
and I think Sam is definitely one of the prominent figures in our cultural experience. So Sam, tell us a little bit about your involvement and why you chose to be a part of our cultural devices.
Yeah, so going through middle school and high school learning Spanish, I really enjoyed learning the language, learning about the culture, so I feel like I wanted to bring that influence into St. Joe's. That's why I joined the Spanish club.
What are the requirements? Do you have to have any requirements, like a certain grade in Spanish in order to get into the club? Or can you
No,
just
to
go
be in the club, you just have to have a love of the culture, the language, want to share that with the school community.
Would you recommend joining a cultural club to any incoming freshmen?
I definitely would. I mean, we all share, obviously, this school as something in common, but something that like sets us apart is all the different cultures that we have here. So I feel like it's very important to share that, you know.
Definitely, I agree.
And what are some of the things that you do in the Spanish Club? Like some of the food?
Yeah.
I know you guys do like a feast at the end of the year or something like that.
Yeah, Spanish Club. We're part of the, it's called the Food Fest that we have. And it's basically a bunch of the cultural clubs bring food from their specific culture. And one day after school, we have a huge feast. You know, we share everybody's culture with everybody else.
That sounds wonderful, Sam.
Yeah. And a couple more things. We help out a couple things with campus ministry. I know last year they made some sandwiches for us for homeless people. We helped do that. We also go to Perth Amboy Food Pantry and help on that. We volunteer on that a couple times a year. So that's a great way to, you know, get involved in community service also.
How about we shift the focus to, I know we talked to Enrico and Matt, but I was talked about a little bit about volleyball this year. You guys, very good year last year. You won the GMC Championship. A lot of hype this year. We're going to be broadcasting a lot of your games, so, you know, no pressure on you guys. But can you just talk a little bit about what you guys are expecting for this season?
Yeah, definitely. I think we have a great group of guys, and we've been working hard in the off season, and hopefully bring that to the season when it comes. So I think we'll have a good season.
A lot of effort, potential, a winning attitude is what I would say.
Definitely winning attitude.
Really, just a group of guys that are going to go out there with their hearts, pour it on the court, and bring home that title.
I don't know how Enrico Borromeo will perform this season, but
our insiders say he will probably be cut.
Benched? Yeah, okay, benched or cut. Yeah, that's what I was figuring. But yeah, I think we have a great team this year, and we're gonna try our best and gotta. Obviously, we have Nick DiMarzio, one of our starters from last year, so like anchoring the offense down. So everybody else is gonna step up, and I think we'll have a great year.
Definitely excited. We're definitely excited to see what you've got in store. Thanks a lot, Sam.
Hey, no problem, guys.
Thanks a lot, man. A lot of action today, Max. A lot of action. I think this is really what defines St. Joe's, is that within a moment's notice, there is a new thing coming about that we need to talk about, because there's so much to talk about, Max.
Yeah.
I could not stop talking about St. Joe's because there's so much. And let's bring up our next guest. Right into it. Let's bring up Connor Esposito, one of two Espositos currently at St. Joseph High School, and a co-president of the Justice Works Club. Connor, thanks a lot for being here.
Would you say he's the better Esposito, or?
Some have said. Some have said that Connor is the better. Connor, thanks for being with us.
Guys, this is great. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Just tell us a little bit about yourself, what you do in the St. Joe's community, and then maybe we could talk about Justice Works.
All right. Well, obviously my favorite club here is the Justice Works Club.
Right.
I've gone on the Justice Works trip 2 years in a row now to West Virginia.
What is Justice Works? What makes Justice Works Justice Works?
All right. So it's doing something for the other, for the lesser. So we help the poor in West Virginia, Dunlow, in the Appalachian Mountains. We build houses, we do plumbing, we do electrical. But probably the best thing there is that we get to live in solidarity. So you only get to shower for 2 minutes a day in cold water. Sometimes I wear the same shorts 2 days in a row. It's very hot. So that's probably the best experience, though, and talking to the locals and just realizing like what we have and how lucky we are and what they don't have and the things that they love that we just take for granted.
Do you think that Justice Works is something unique at St. Joe's that definitely sets us apart from other schools?
Of course. As Catholics, we have a call from Jesus to service. So, thank you. So, the Justice Works Club really helps you get out there and do the service. And even if you can't go on the trips, it's just great to be in the clubs and raise a lot of money and, help the people that need it most.
Yeah. Talk about where you guys go for your trips?
Right. So, the farthest one is West Virginia. We also go to New Hampshire. We do Trenton, and this year we're now doing the Jersey Shore to help with Sandy still. So, it's right there in our local area. So.
Now, is it just the St. Joe's students, or are there other students that accompany you guys on the trip?
We join with Mount, so there's a lot of girls with us. Yeah. Yes. What are female?
Would you recommend this experience to any incoming freshmen? And what are some good experiences or some of your favorite parts from these?
Of course, I think it's very important for a student to go on one of these trips because you meet people within the St. Joe's community that you don't necessarily see every day. Like some of my best friends now are the grade below me thanks to this trip. And you get to, if you're like the grade below, you're friends with seniors and, big guy on campus.
So it's definitely a good integration process.
Yes, and it just helps with the St. Joe's community.
Have you seen upperclassmen and lowerclassmen becoming friends, and what do you think that says about our St. Joe's community?
Of course, once you're a St. Joe's Falcon, you're always a St. Joe's Falcon, and we have Falcon pride here. And a senior and a freshman are all the same because we're all green and all Falcons.
All green.
Yes. We're all green. How you doing today?
Well, thanks, Connor.
You're welcome.
It's always a pleasure.
No problem.
Thank you.
We're good. Deuces. That's my time. My bad. Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks.
Good luck.
I don't need
Who's
luck.
next? Can they
I
call
have
that?
talent.
Our next guest is AJ, as they call him. Armit Paul. AJ. It's always a pleasure. Papa Squat, please. We'd love to talk to you.
So, Adrian, what are we talking about today? What club are you involved in St. Joe's?
So I'm the president of the American Red Cross Club. So this year is our first year starting it, and so basically this is a community service club. We work with the Leo Club, and this year we're doing a CPR certification class. We're also doing a Veterans Day card making opportunity in November to show support for our troops, and we're also doing a fire campaign in Metuchen in the spring.
So AJ, our sources say you are one of the co-founders of this club. What inspired or drove you to be a part of this organization?
So in the summer I went to a Red Cross Youth Conference in Princeton, and we looked at different volunteering opportunities in the area. So after the youth conference, one of the head Red Cross workers, they told me to start a Red Cross club because they heard about St. Joe's and how community service is really important part of St. Joe's community. So they told me that I should start a Red Cross club, and they told me all the details on how to start it, and it just took a couple of weeks to start it, so we're having a good start to the year.
Yeah, you just started a new club here. How easy is it for new students to get, you see all these clubs St. Joe's has, but maybe a student has an interest that isn't a club. How easy is it to start your own club?
Right. The first thing, you need to have a purpose to why this club should get started, and after that you should have what ideas you have throughout the year on what you're trying to do throughout the year, and get a moderator that is involved in that area. So I got Mr. Milligan to moderate this club because he's already part of a community service club called Leo Club, and so it was pretty easy to get that started. And after that, you just go to the administration, and if they like the idea, it's pretty straightforward, and yep, it's a pretty easy process. Yeah.
Starting a club seems like a great opportunity. Would you, being in a club and being the leader of a club, would you recommend this to any incoming students, and why do you think it's a good idea to be involved in the St. Joe's community?
Right. It's really important. St. Joseph values community service, and we have many opportunities throughout the year through campus ministry, student council. Now we have a Red Cross Club, so it's important for college applications, your resume, and also to grow as a person, to see the community and learn something from it, and grow as a person. So I think that's really important.
All right, thank you.
All right.
For coming on.
Yep,
Thank you very
definitely.
much, AJ.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Big doings, Max. Big doings.
Yeah, a lot going on. I think Shawnish can come on for the cricket club right now.
Well, that sounds like a plan, doesn't it?
A new club that we just got. So we have
Nice to see
two
you,
new
Shawnish.
clubs in a row. Hey, Shawnish. How you doing?
Welcome. Looks like there's a bee right here. I'm gonna kill it. I just killed it. The bee's dead. Bee's dead.
How are you guys doing today?
Well, hello, Shawnish. Tell us about yourself. Tell us about your involvement in the St. Joe's community and your experience here.
All right. Well, I'm a junior in St. Joe's High School. I founded the cricket club and am currently the president of it.
So now, just like AJ, you founded a club. Did you find it difficult to found the club, and what was your inspiration behind doing so?
Well, to start off with my inspiration, I've been a fan of cricket all my life, basically. I grew up in India, so that was a really big part of it, where we play cricket like every day, basically. So when I came over here and came to St. Joe's, I decided might as well create a cricket club because there's a lot of people who want to play in it. So, yeah, that's it.
You're going to play against other schools this year, I heard, right?
Yeah, we're going to try to play against J.P. Stevens, Edison High, possibly, stuff like that.
The powerhouse sport, St. Joe's now.
Yeah, true.
So how do you think coming to St. Joe's helped with your integration of the sport you love? Do you think that this would have been as easy or as possible if you went to a different school?
Well, my other options for schools was J.P. Stevens, and founding a club there is nearly impossible considering the amount of clubs they have. So I think I made the right choice coming here. I could make as many clubs as I want. I have good friends and everything that can help me out and have helped me out. So I think I made the right choice.
I think you did as well.
Oh, thank you.
You did as well.
Thank you, guys.
I'm excited to catch a game, maybe.
Oh, of course.
All right.
Welcome anytime.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
It's always a pleasure. Some big names today. We got a starting quarterback in the house, Mitch Epstein. There's a whole diverse group of kids around here. A bunch of seniors out here just wanting to help. Speaking of seniors, we're seniors, Max. We're old guys. Think back to your freshman year. Did you think that this time would go so fast?
I didn't think it would go this fast. I honestly, when I came here and I saw 7-foot Carl Towns in here, and I was like, oh, geez, is that what the seniors look like? I don't think I would be blossoming into that kind of height. But yes, freshman year, I was probably not as mature as I am now, but I'm still not mature. But I'm just saying, right now, I never thought that I would get here. So freshman year, what about you? I mean, how did you change from freshman to senior?
Oh man, coming in here, I was just a little child, not ready for the grown world. But after a couple years, after talking to some teachers and making some friends, I think St. Joe's definitely formed me into the person I am today, and I don't think any other school could have really done that. So.
I think we're gonna have a special guest on right now.
Special guest. Sounds good to me. Mr. Catalana, please come on up.
Coming on. All right.
It's always a pleasure. Thank you for being here with us. Woo!
It's my pleasure to be here.
Thank you. Mr. Catalana, as a father of a St. Joseph student, tell me your experience with St. Joe's from a different perspective that we haven't heard today.
Okay. When we were searching for a school when PJ was in 8th grade, we looked at a lot of schools. And each school had a little bit something that if we took it all together, it would be perfect. Right. But there's nothing perfect in the world. But when PJ right out of the box said he wanted to come to St. Joe's, we came here. We were so impressed. And when PJ was a freshman, one of the mothers told us it's going to be the best money you ever spent. And he's a senior now, and she was right on the money. It's the best money we ever spent. PJ loves it. It was a great experience.
And PJ's very involved in St. Joe's. I know he's on the baseball team. Can you talk about a little bit about how you really might have pushed your son to really get involved as quickly as possible?
Absolutely, absolutely. Dr. Ellis was big on that. He distracted driving. He does. She got him involved in that. He loves that. He plays baseball. For all the boys here, there's something that they can do extra. That's what's great about the school. Nobody's left behind. Everybody's always involved in something. And this faculty, the administration, they make sure that somebody finds a home in it, either it's a club or activity or sports.
Yeah. So I know it must be tough to choose, but if you could choose one of your favorite moments or your favorite parts of the St. Joe's community after your 4 years of experience, what would you say it was?
Favorite moment? We had a bunch of things from personally for PJ. He had a couple goals when he came in here. He wanted to make National Honor Society, which he did. and he wanted a varsity baseball. He wanted to make varsity baseball, and he wanted to wear that varsity baseball coat, which his dream came true, and he has that now. So I'd say those two things are probably the biggest highlights for me because, he set out for his goals, and St. Joe's made him attain those goals. He didn't do it by himself.
Right, understood. So, as a parent speaking to other parents that might be listening, do you think you made the right choice in sending your son to St. Joe's?
Without a question. Like I said, one of the mothers whose son was a senior when PJ was looking, she told us, my wife Lori and Mike, she says, without a doubt, it'll be the best money you ever spent. And sitting here today as PJ's a senior looking at colleges, without a doubt I can say that it's the best money you'll ever spend. Because next to us being an influence, St. Joe's is probably the biggest influence in his life. All right.
Like you said, he's applying to colleges right now. And how would you say St. Joe's really has helped him prepare for what's next in his life?
Oh, absolutely. Let me tell you a real quick anecdote. One of his friends went to Rutgers, and this is Mr. Herring was teaching him this. Mr. Herring, you'll like to hear this. One of his friends is in Rutgers, and what the professor is teaching them now, he had in your class junior year. So there you have it, as far as St. Joe's getting them prepared academically for college.
Max, do you feel prepared as a student going into college?
I think I'm very prepared. I mean, I've talked to some of my friends from public schools, and they're telling me what they're learning right now, and I did that like sophomore year, and it was like it's really advanced, and it's definitely a good place to come if you want to be.
I think
successful.
a great commendation would be our guidance department. They definitely take the time to create a very personal experience for you. As I have learned this year, they really take the time to make sure that you know what you're doing, make sure that any questions you have get answered, and I feel like I'm prepared to apply to college, and I'm working on it right now. So
yes, yeah, me too.
It's a long road ahead, but I think St. Joe's did a good job.
All right, Ms. Carroll, thank you for coming.
All right, thank you guys. It's my privilege.
Thank you.
All right.
So Tara, like you said, we're applying to colleges right now. It's a pretty hectic time. How do you think that we're trying to balance our time between all the clubs and activities we're involved in applying to college?
It's definitely tough, you know what I mean? You only have so much time, and I think St. Joe's makes it easy. I think they definitely try to work around your schedule, make sure that you have the time and the components you need to be successful. And I think that's something that definitely lets us stand apart from other schools, don't you think?
It does, absolutely does.
I do too.
I mean, the guidance department, like you said, is really good. I know public schools usually have one guidance counselor for the whole school.
Maybe just even half a guidance, Sometimes not even a whole one, just a half a guidance counselor. So definitely a commendable program, and definitely a good time. So next guest we're going to have is Nick Fury. If you would like to approach the stage, we would love to have you.
Yeah, Nick's basically the reason why FDR is around, because he sets everything up. I'm not very techy myself, but Nick was always there to help us out. So Nick, right now I think you're the president of the computer club. Right?
I am.
You talk a little bit about that, and what do you guys do in the computer club?
At the computer club, we set up, fix, repair all the computers throughout the school, as well as our members' computers. Our job is to make sure that our members learn about computers, make sure they have a good understanding of how they work, how to use them, how to fix them, so that when they go home, they can help their parents or family members to fix their own computers.
Yeah, my mom is not really expert in computers, so I know she can definitely use her help around stuff right now. But Kevin, I know this is probably something you want to do later in life, right? College?
Yeah, definitely.
So how do you think this has really helped you so later on when you leave in a couple of years to go to college?
I feel like it's helped me to become resourceful. I feel like it's taught me how to, become resourceful in finding people, finding how to fix stuff, researching how to do stuff, and that would definitely help in college and trying to find a college and even jobs afterwards. So.
Yeah, not only that, you're one of the guys that SGL learned, like your OB crews and all that. Without you, this wouldn't work. So I think things you learned from computer club really has helped you transition to SGL.
Well, honestly, I knew much of it going into computer SJRN, but it helped me to learn more about audio equipment and how to set it up, which is another interest of mine. So it's also helped me to learn how to produce stuff, how to live stream on YouTube, which is right now. So I feel like it's definitely helped me to learn to further my knowledge of technology, audio, video. So,
You definitely got a group of tech-savvy friends with you.
indeed.
Do you think that St. Joe's allows you to find a group of friends, no matter what you like, that share similar interests?
Oh, definitely.
And would help you to pursue your goals?
Definitely, 100%. I feel like when you're a freshman here, you don't really know everyone. So I highly recommend you join clubs when you're here. That way you make friends, you meet new people, you learn communication skills, you learn how to talk to people. I feel like that is an essential part of being a St. Joe's man.
All right, Nick. I think we need you behind the table once again. I want to thank you for coming up. Rare occurrence for Nick Fiore to come up. He's always doing a good job. But
Well, I'm looking forward to
thank you
doing
for,
hockey this year.
switching
So.
sides this time.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Nick.
Thank you.
We're gonna need you over here.
Yep.
Yeah, they're gonna need Nick over there actually right now.
Yeah, I need to go to the table.
I believe we have another guest right now.
Henry Schaefer.
We got Henry Schaefer coming up right now.
Henry, welcome.
Nick is actually fixing the box down here.
Welcome, Henry. Pop a squat, bud. All the way over there.
Just avoid Nick. Yeah, like we said, Nick is the reason why this everything at SJR is possible. Because me and Mr. Herring, we aren't so tech savvy ourselves. We have no idea what to do. So thank God we have Nick and James and everyone, and Dylan as well.
Thank you. Henry, welcome. So,
Hi,
Henry, tell us a little bit about yourself. What do you do on campus, and what do you enjoy?
Well, I'm a student here at St. Joseph. I'm a junior here at St. Joseph High School. I'm a part of a lot of the academic teams, like Science League, Math League, and College Bowl, of course. And yeah, this is really what I enjoy doing. College Bowl is definitely a big part of my life here at St. Joe's.
So I see you got a lot of pins on your jacket. Tell us about the academic opportunities that people like you are able to try to get to.
So yeah, the pins on my shirt, I have the Rho Kappa, Social Studies National Honor Society, and the Science NHS. So there's a lot of National Honor Societies here at St. Joe's. There's the National Honor Society, and there's a lot of subjects. So it's a good opportunity because even though it allows you to show like what areas you excel in, what areas you are interested in, and what's great about the subject ones is even though you might not have a good enough GPA to get into the the big NHS, the National Honor Society, you could still show that you have a keen interest and a great degree of excellence in one specific subject.
And you're one of the leaders of the College Bowl team. I know I talked to Mr. Powers before, and he said that you're one of the guys that we have to keep an eye on for the College Bowl team. How's the College Bowl? Is that probably your favorite club here at St. Joe's?
Yeah, it's definitely part of one of my favorite clubs here. I mean, when I was a freshman, I heard about College Bowl, and I actually walked to Mr. Powers' room, saw a lot, like 2 or 3 seniors in there, and not a lot of white shirts, so I was a little scared to go in there, and I actually chickened out the first time. But I went, yeah.
It's common occurrence to check out. Go and talk to him.
But I came around the second practice, and I found out I was really good at it. So, and yeah, Morgan Murphy was another guy who was great at freshman year. So just because you're just a message for future freshmen, even though you're a freshman, you can still have the courage to go out and try things because you might find out you're really good at them. But as far as future process for College Bowl, I think we're going to have a great year this year because a lot of the problems we had last year was a lot of good seniors on the other teams, and me and Morgan, we were still sophomores, so we had a lot of developing players, still learning the knowledge we needed to know for the games. But you know, we've come a long way since freshman year. We know a lot more than we used to, and yeah, we're definitely developing, and we're definitely going to be one of the best teams in New Jersey for College Bowl.
Well, Henry, we're excited to see what you guys are going to come up with. Thanks a lot for being with us.
All right, thank you.
We really appreciate it.
I think if we're one of the best teams, we probably should broadcast the College Bowl. So
That seems like a good idea. Most definitely. Thank you very much, Henry. Thank you.
They're going to bring on Rohan Mishra right now for the Flight Hack Club. This is a new club. Once again, Tanner, we got a lot of new clubs.
A lot of new clubs, a lot of new ideas, and it definitely is a testament to St. Joe's willingness to work with students to try to get everybody's interests included in our high school life. So Rohan, welcome.
You look
What's
very
up?
nice today.
Thank you. You too, man.
So tell us a little bit about yourself. What are some of your interests? What do you enjoy doing? And tell us about maybe your Flight Hack Club.
Yeah, sure. So, I'm Rohan, a senior here at St. Joe's. I do a lot of programming stuff on campus, so that's why I started a programming club last year. This year is the second year the club's been going, and the club is called Flight. Basically, we're part of this organization called Hack Club, and they provide us with supplies, curriculum, devices that we can use to teach kids at our school programming. So one of the things they're going to be giving us is an Oculus Rift, which is that like really cool virtual reality thing, and they just help out a lot with a lot of the programming stuff that goes on campus. This year we're looking to host what we call hackathons at the school. So we call ourselves the Flight Hack Club, but we're not actually like breaking into anything. We're doing a different kind of hacking where when the term first originally came about, the word hack first originally came about, it was more like building stuff with programming before it became like breaking into accounts and stuff. So we're kind of going back to the original term of hack, and we're kind of just building stuff with programming. So what we're doing is hosting a couple of hackathons on campus, which are like overnight programming events. Kids from across the country, across the East Coast come out, and they just come to our school and hack for about 24 hours, and it's a lot of fun. At the end, they have a fully built like app or website which they show off, and there's like judges, prizes. So we're looking to host a couple of those on campus, and we're also doing hack nights this year, which are shorter versions of the hackathons. So they're like 4-hour long hack competitions where you come out, just hang out with friends, build something if you want to. So we're trying to make programming fun, I guess. Make programming fun again.
Sounds like it.
Yeah.
Definitely does. Is this something you want to do in the future, maybe? Use your hacking abilities? And if so, do you think St. Joe's definitely provides the source for your furtherment and your interest?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Without St. Joe's, I don't think I would have started programming. There's a lot of encouragement here to try out different things. And my sophomore year, I was like, okay, I'm definitely going to try something different this year. So my dad's always been a programmer, but I always thought, like programming looked really boring, and then I gave it a try, talked to Dr. Ellis, got on the robotics team, and through St. Joe's, I started programming a lot, and that's the reason why in the future I want to start like a programming company of some type, some kind, some sort of software development stuff. Yeah.
That sounds awesome.
Mhm.
Thank you very much for being with us.
No
We
problem.
appreciate it. It was very nice to hear you.
Great being here.
Thank you.
I think Dylan Hollander right now is one of the leaders of the Digital Media Club, and if you guys haven't checked out the new I Am video with Dr. Ellis, like 10,000 hits or something like that, that was
10,000 on
and also
Facebook
Ethan
alone.
Schwall as well.
Welcome,
With
Dylan.
the photography.
It's something else. The digital media has definitely stepped it up in the past couple of years, and a big testament to Dylan because he does a lot of big work. So Dylan, welcome.
Oh, thank you,
for being
Tanner.
here.
Thank you for having me.
Tell us about digital media, and tell us about your transition into the 21st century, how you guys have changed for the better.
Well, see, digital media is something that really started up this year. I know in years past we've had photographers here and there, like everyone knows Peter Coronado did a lot for us. And now this year, through Dr. Ellis, we have a full-fledged club for it. We have a bunch of different people are going to be taking pictures, taking video. I know we have guys like Ethan Schwall over here. He's good with photography. I do a lot of video, do a lot of editing. Yeah. I'm sorry, Enrico.
Actually, our insiders have just given us a report. He's actually the worst digital media presenter in school. Is he good?
Well, no, his pictures are pretty good, though.
It seems it's a tough time. So Dylan, what piqued your interest in digital media? What makes you want to be a part of the digital media company?
Well, see, I've always had an interest in like video and film and such, but whatever. So when I came to St. Joe's, I wasn't really actively taking pictures. I wasn't actively taking video of anything. I wasn't really good at editing or anything. But then through school, I got a bunch of opportunities, like through robotics and now Digital Media Club. to start editing, start taking video, put some pretty nice stuff together. Like, as you said before, the IM video, over 10,000 views on the Facebook page alone. It's pretty awesome. Took over a month to make. Really proud of how it came out, and I think everyone loved it.
I've seen it, and it's definitely wonderful. It's definitely
Also,
a wonderful production.
Kent on Campus just premiered. I know you did a lot of the editing for that. It was fantastic. You give us a little preview, or you want to not spoil it?
Yeah, I'll talk about it a bit. So this year, in addition to SJ Media, we started a YouTube channel, St. Joe's TV, and I do a lot of the editing for that. I know, like you said, we have Ken on Campus starring Kent Marino, who does the broadcasting, goes around, interviews different people from school, talks about what makes them unique and how St. Joe's has helped them. I know we have one episode up. We have a preview. It's looking really good. We have more interviews to come. We're going to have more episodes, and it's going to be awesome, so stay tuned.
Dylan, it sounds like the ball is definitely rolling. Do you see I don't see a stop to the digital media. I think it's climbing up and it's continuing up.
No, this is only the beginning. We're only going to get better from here on out. In years after I graduate, after all the people who are here have graduated, when the new generation comes in, it's going to be awesome. We're going to have some great videos, great pictures for St. Joe's.
Well, I love the enthusiasm, Dylan. Thank you very much for being with us. It's always a pleasure.
Thank you for having me.
Video on the Facebook, please do. It's really a wonderful production.
Yeah, it's very cool.
It's a great thing.
I think we bring on Josh and Joe Hall and Tanner. I've heard before Carl Anthony Towns, Wade Baldwin, Josh and Drew.
I've also heard it. There was a 30 for 30 the other night. I don't know if you saw it. Just talking about the pure, unadulterated athleticism of Josh and Beard. It's really uncomparable to some of the greats of St. Joe's. You know, you talk about Carl, you talk about Wade, but I don't. You know, they told me before the show. I was like, who is that? Who is that? But let's talk about Josh and Beard, Joe Hall. Josh, how are you today?
I'm doing great, Tanner. Thank you for having me here today.
Thank you for being here. I know you've got a busy schedule. You've got things to do.
I do.
Tell us a little bit about the tennis team. Tell us about the tennis team. Tell us about maybe your struggles, your tribulations. Tell us about what makes you guys the St. Joe's tennis team.
Well, Tanner, let me tell you this. Life is a struggle. You know, you never really get through life without facing adversity. And the tennis team, we're going through that rough patch right now. You know, I really don't want to go into the specifics, a record or anything, but we have a good, dedicated team. I believe the teamwork we put into it, the compassion we have towards one another, makes up for our shortfalls in performance, may I say. But we're getting there. We're in a rough patch right now, but we're getting back to our former glory. No one did.
I didn't hear that. I heard you guys have a lot of potential, a lot of heart, and I think that's really what the foundation of your team. It seems, you know, a lot of good guys coming together to try their best.
Yeah,
is what it seems.
We have a current junior, Jack Kozuriowski, one of the best in the county, best in the state. He's ranked every single year. He's come to our school, showed a lot of dedication. Was a coach's favorite for these years because no one really else showed up except me. You know, really athletic myself. But Jack Kozuriowski, he's been, you know, a star in the team these past 3 years. And without him, the program would be a lot more different. Wouldn't be as strong. He's really left his impact on the school, and I can't wait to see what he does this year and next year.
And you're one of the twins at St. Joe's. Your brother Jair. Can you talk a little bit about that relationship with your brother?
Well, as you guys, I know you guys a little bit as friends. So you guys probably know that I am the superior Veer. That's what everyone hears. And we both had an older brother here, Karn Veer. We've always fought with him to be the best of the three. But now that he's gone, it's been a battle between us two. And you know, academically speaking, I'm doing a little better. Athletically speaking, guess who's on the tennis team? And you know, I'm a little taller than him, a little stronger than him. I get a few more girls than him. Better looking, but you know, this is like a competition between us, you know, our entire lives, and St. Joe's give us the opportunity to compete with each other in a friendly manner and camaraderie, and it's really built our relationship for better or for worse.
What would you say as a senior, going through 4 years of the program, what do you think one of your favorite parts of St. Joe's was to date?
Well, Tanner, may I tell you what happened last year? It was an experience, all right, Tanner?
Yes, please tell me.
In the Mall United Nations and the Youth and Government Program.
Yes, sir.
It was a stellar program, Tanner. Let me tell you last year. Let me tell you, Tanner. Last year, you want me to tell you what we won? What we won? We won Premier Delegation, baby. We won conference, you know? You know what that means? On our 10-year anniversary, we showed them that we're the best. And looking forward, we're always going to be the best because no one's better than St. Pro's delegation. Let me tell you that.
It's definitely that attitude that makes us who we are. A winning spirit, a confidence that's unshakable. Josh and Joe Hall. Josh, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much, fellas. Hope you have a nice day.
So Josh McGrady, as you can see, is very humble, very honest, very good relationship with his brother, very loving.
Really just the perfect athlete, I would say, you know?
Yeah, he is perfect.
Just the perfect athlete.
I think right now we're bringing on Ethan Schwall, one of the main photographers.
And a representative of the yearbook.
Yeah, the yearbook as well.
The yearbook. So welcome, Ethan. Thank you for being here. Welcome.
How you doing?
So, if you've been listening, we've been talking about the step up in digital media these past couple years in St. Joe's. Tell us how that step up in technology has transferred to the yearbook and other media that you're involved in.
Well, I think that a lot of the media has been improved because we have a lot more photographers this year. We have an organized digital media club.
Right.
And so what they've done is they kind of intertwined. Like we in the past, we've had separate yearbook photographers and separate digital media photographers, but now that they're intertwined, we have a lot more equipment and a lot more people. That means a lot more events are covered. So we can give like a better understanding of what's actually going on through the yearbook because of the better quality of the pictures that we're taking.
And you helped with the video that came out, the IMV. Tell me a little bit about that process.
Yeah.
Really
That took a long time, but it was a really fun project. I loved it. Well, as you can see, it got a lot of good feedback. I loved it myself. I did a decent amount of the filming, and it did take a really long time. Some of it was complicated because we had to get the right conditions, et cetera. And once we got everything, it worked out pretty fine. And as you can see, there was a lot of good feedback from it.
Well, how would you say that getting involved in the St. Joe's community has affected your the time you spent here and the fun that you've had?
Well, last year I didn't really get involved a lot, and I would say it hindered me. But this year I'm in 7 clubs right now. Getting involved is really helpful. It makes me immerse in the community, if you will. It makes me feel like a real St. Joe's man because it just shows a sense of community and brotherhood to show that everybody is there for you. And the more clubs that I think someone would go in, the more welcome they feel in St. Joe's.
Thank you very much.
All right, thanks for coming out, man. We can't wait to see some more of your products coming out for SJTV.
Right, definitely.
Yeah, SJTV is very fun. Kent on Campus is a great series.
Coming up, yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you for being with us.
All right, thank you.
Okay. The next club representative we have is the chess club. So, without further ado.
Thank you for being with us.
Yep.
It's a pleasure.
Now, chess has always been a very competitive competition in our school. I've definitely attempted it. I've lost many times. It's definitely something not to mess around with. Tell us about the competitive edge of St. Joe's and how chess has become a big part of our community.
Well, basically what we do at the chess club is we have, well, there's a lot of interest in it right now, especially with this year's freshman class. Yes, and there's a big amount of people who are really interested in it now. And we have Mr. Fisher is our moderator, and we bring in a coach. He's an alum of the school. Well, and basically he teaches us a lot of different things about how chess works, what we're doing, and how we're going to get better, and we use a bunch of resources to get better. And around this time, our first tournament is actually next weekend at St. Joe's. But basically what we do around this time of year is we start going to tournaments. And at tournaments we play a bunch of different people, whether they're people there on their own or they're for another school. Well, for some schools we played against CBA, Christian Brothers Academy, and a few others. And it's always been a lot of fun, and it's very competitive between which students, because only the top 5 students are considered varsity, and they're the ones who are allowed to play at a very high level amid the rest of us who are lower level. So we play against people more our level of competition in chess in these tournaments.
So how does St. Joe's caliber of chess rank up to other schools' caliber?
We went to, let me put it like this, we went to one tournament last year in Cherry Hill, New Jersey, and in every division, one of our players was the top player.
Wow. Well, there you have it, folks.
I know it was a very diverse group as well. I know when Jay Williams actually came here, he was the captain of the chess team as well.
Is that true, man?
As well as captain of the basketball team. So I mean, basically anyone can get involved in this club. So talk a little bit about how the chess team is trying to grow and trying to recruit some more, like for some of the incoming freshmen that might be coming here.
Oh, absolutely. We have a table at the open house, and we have a lot of people staffing it this year. And we have a very wide range of people who are joining chess this year here as opposed to last year, because I'm a sophomore. I joined the team last year, and we didn't have as many people join last year. Through all of last year, we had a certain number of people join, and we've already supremely dwarfed that number this year. Right. And so we're growing very fast, and it's very good to see that the club is growing quickly and has a lot of interest this year as opposed to last year.
Would you say that this is an experience that really only St. Joe's would allow you to have the most fun in? Do you think St. Joe's is something that definitely drove this club to the success that it's had?
Oh, absolutely. I definitely believe that a lot of why this club succeeds is because it is a St. Joe's club, and because we can put a lot of personal attention on each player to get better and better and better as the years progress and as they get further and further in.
Right. Well, it sounds great. I hope, we have some home matches this year. I'd love to see one.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, maybe. That would be a lot of fun. Well, thank you, Liam. It's been a pleasure. Thank you very much for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming on, man.
Thank you for having me.
What a day, Max.
Yeah, there's a lot of guests going on.
If you couldn't make it to the open house, we're sorry you're not here. You're missing out on all the fun.
You're watching it. I mean, you learn a lot more maybe if you're not here or something.
But we're happy to be with you today. We're happy to represent our St. Joe's community. And I hope you guys are having a good time so far.
I think we're bringing on our guest right now. We're a special guest right now. Kyle Hansen.
Hey, Mr. Kyle Hansen.
Kyle Hansen is coming on to talk about the Music Ministry Club.
Do I look pretty?
Kyle, welcome.
Hello, how are you?
So, Kyle.
Yes.
As I came in as a freshman, the music ministry was very bleak. It was a bleak-looking ministry. It was not what I expected. And coming in as a senior this year, I have been outstandingly proven wrong. It seems as if the music ministry is on steroids this year. Tell me how this could be. Tell me your crucial role in this process.
Well, you just go and buy medicine for the No, I'm just kidding. Music ministry has changed only because it's a ministry. And with campus ministry, you have to incorporate all the ministries. So Father James said that if you are in campus ministry, you have to sing. And then we finally got some of the kids that really like to sing, like myself and Zach Abbey and whatnot. And you go and you're the ones that cantor and stuff like that because you're the ones that really like to show your voice and stuff like that. So it depends on, all the well, it's what you like, and if people don't like to sing, you put them towards the back, and if people do like to sing, you put them towards the front, obviously. Not to be rude, but, you just don't,
It's just how it is.
Just how it is. But, no, actually, I'm pretty surprised, though, to see how many kids actually like to go to the music practices and sing. It
does not look forced. It looks like you guys are having a lot of fun and doing what you like.
Yeah. I mean, there are some kids that think it's forced. I'm not going to lie. But, in the long run, after when you have the mass and stuff like that, and you actually get people that come back and give the positive feedback, then they start to realize that this is why we do it. This is why, so...
So, what do you hope for the future of music ministry? You are only a junior, so there's work to be done.
Well, being the person that actually is in charge of music ministry, I'm going to incorporate a lot of the old the old music that the church has some not forgotten, but has put back on the back burner. I'm going to bring that back up. You're going to be hearing a lot more old music from, the Middle Ages, where like chanting started to come in Latin and stuff like that. During Easter time especially, there's going to be a lot of Latin music. Only because that's where the basis of the church was. All right, it was with the Latin, and that's how it was read and stuff like that. So that's what we're going to be doing.
Well, it's wonderful to hear your enthusiasm. There's definitely nothing but success ready for this ministry.
Oh, naturally, yes,
so
yes.
Thank you very much, Kyle.
Thank you. Mr. Herring, I have a question for you.
Oh, here we go.
It's okay. I'm going to sit up here until someone else comes. Is that okay? No, I said, is that okay at the end, so you know.
Tell us about your experience this year. You've got SATs coming up.
Yes, I'm not singing. No.
You could.
No, I don't want to sing.
You could.
No.
You should.
No,
You should
I'm
sing.
not going to. No, it's okay.
I'm going to retract my question until you do sing. Yeah.
Then we're just going to sit here in silence.
Just a little something. I'll sing. You want to do a duet?
Would you like to do a duet?
I would love nothing more.
Okay. What would you like to sing?
Let's see. What are we singing?
Would you like to sing "Fly Me to the Moon"? Do you know that?
I don't know "Fly Me to the Moon."
Would you? Oh, jeez. Okay. All right. Fly me to the moon, let me play among the stars. Let me sing what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, baby, kiss me. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, oh, in other words, I love you. Yes, okay.
Well done. Well done. Goosebumps.
You taste like plastic.
Oh, that's hurtful. Get out of here now. Kyle, thank you very much for being with us in your song.
Yeah.
You've definitely given us a little flavor.
When you sing in the shower, usually you think you sound good. I don't think I sound that good when I sing in the shower, though.
We've definitely all got some good.
I sing in the shower. It's okay.
Thank you, Kyle.
When are we doing the? I'll ask you after.
We're live on the air.
Is this live on the air?
It's still live.
Hi, Mom. Trump, make America great again. Make America great again.
Okay.
Political statements.
We're political activists.
I can do whatever I want. This is a free country. I don't know what you're talking about.
All right.
Don't let them tell you anything.
Security, please.
Everything that
Let's
they
get
say
Lucas
is a
Trevor to
lie.
support Democrats
Don't-
as
what are you doing?
off the stage. I bring Sam Gillespie right now. Sam, president of the National Honor Society and Latin clubs. Sam, you're very involved in St. Joe's. You're a really great academic student. Can you talk a little bit about the clubs that you're involved in right now at St. Joe's?
So at National Honor Society, we pride ourselves on doing a lot of service for the school. When we were just getting into National Honor Society in our junior year, we helped run the graduation. And to be into National Honor Society, you have to have the GPA requirements as well as services in clubs and activities, and also examples of leadership. And then for Latin Club, we do a lot of things relating to tutoring kids for the class, as well as cultural activities, such as they visited some museums in New York, for example. So.
What are the specific requirements for National Honor Society, so our listeners can figure it out?
I don't know the exact GPA requirements, but you do have to submit a portfolio that has evidence of your service. So you have to get forms signed by teachers that you that can serve as evidence for that, and as well as you can copy any certificates or awards that you won, and then you have to submit it in a well-formatted binder or folder, so they can read it, and there's a board that decides who will get in. And of course, you have to be invited in the first place in order to even submit a portfolio.
It's obviously a very competitive field. Congratulations on your accolades. What do you think being involved in the St. Joe's community has given you? What do you enjoy about being involved in St. Joe's?
Really, it's about the people. You get to help people out, you get to make them happy, and when you make other people happy, you feel happy. And you know that you've just done something really, really good. And you don't even need to be told that, you just know it, you feel good about it.
That was very well said, Sam. That was very impressive. Thank you. So thank you for being with us, Sam.
All right, thanks for having me.
Pleasure, and we hope to see more of you in the future.
Thanks, Sam. I don't think we have. We got Eureka Borromeo.
Maybe we could talk about this weather. What a beautiful day it is for an open house. If you haven't been here yet, guys, I strongly urge you to come out. We've got some of the best tour guides in our program. We've got some wonderful broadcasters, minus one or two.
You know, as an aspiring SJRN member, I feel like this is great practice for me, especially with the basketball season coming up.
Yeah, you've never.
I thought I was. No?
Our sources actually say you are the worst broadcaster in history.
Well, my sources say that Tanner is a meanie.
Well played. Well played. So today's forecast, 67 degrees, slightly cloudy with a slight breeze. The winds are quietly chirping.
I feel like this is quality weather for an open house.
It's the perfect weather. So again, if you haven't been here already,
Yes.
get out here.
You know, open house ending soon. Come quick.
So our next guest is someone special to the St. Joseph Media Company, actually the head moderator and really the foundation of the St. Joseph Media Company. We're going to ask Mr. Christopher Herring to come on up here and give us a little taste of what it takes to be a media moderator.
Let's give it up for Mr. Herring.
Enrico, please leave. Yeah. Thank you. Mr. Herring, thank you for being with us.
How you doing, guys?
We are well. Good. Here's the real question, Mr. Herring. The question that everybody wants to know. There are many components that involve St. Joseph Media, but truly the heart and the foundation of the program is you. What do you bring to St. Joseph Media?
Hold on. I appreciate you asking about 99% of the questions so far today. But if you're going to say the heart and soul of SJ Media and point to me, I'm going to have to direct that at a bunch of different people. The young man to my right, Max Chadwick, who this pretty much is his idea, almost entirely. I mean, I'm a guy that just sits around and says, yeah, that's a good idea. I like that. And while my name might be on some of the stuff, it's pretty much Max's idea to do the live broadcast and the live streaming. So a bit round of applause for Max first. And on top of that, young man over there, James Bledsoe, wearing sunglasses, looking very fancy in his khaki pants. James is the one that came very early on with Dave. Some call him Little Bledsoe. I know him as Dave Dombrowski. He helped set up all the equipment too. Those are the guys that are the really heart and soul of SJ Media. Enrico, young broadcasters that we're training to get a little bit better. Victor, who brought a lot of his equipment and wore his fancy hat today. Those are the guys that are the true heart and soul of what we do. I'm just a guy who has an opportunity to work with some very impressive young men who know what they want to do in the future. And I'm just a guy that says, yeah, let's do it. Let's find a way to get it all worked out. See? It's a great sign. Let's get it all worked out and see where we can take it in the future.
You have some good alumni out of St. Joe's. They brought into broadcasting as Carson Kudry, I know, but Greg Tafaro, one of them, John Nolan, Alex Schiffer. Can you just talk about a little bit how you're going to try and develop the next wave of media at St. Joe's?
Well, we were very lucky last year. As a moderator of the group, I just try to find guys that fit in certain spots and allow them to excel in those spots. And last year we were very lucky to have a lot of different guys that were passionate about media. And I just gave an opportunity to do the different things that they did. Carson Kudry, who's down at the University of Miami right now, he's doing, I think, last I checked, he was doing women's volleyball. He was a beat writer for their campus newspaper. That's a great opportunity. I know he's going to school for broadcast journalism. That's awesome. Malcolm Virgil, who was here last year, is a great broadcaster for us, the kind of guy that you could put on the air, and he could, like, this thing would have been perfect for Malcolm because he could talk. 2 hours, probably not enough to encompass all the things that he has to say in a straight line, but Malcolm Virgil was great. Shane Rainmaker Thomas is at the Walter Cronkite School at Arizona State pursuing broadcasting. Anthony Colucci is at Penn State. I don't think he's pursuing journalism per se, but I know it's something that he has in his back pocket in case he ever decides to pursue it in the future. These are guys that came in with a passion for journalism, and that we just gave them an outlet to show that, and we were very lucky to get that. And now this year with Max, we're trying to go to Newhouse. A couple different guys around campus that are just starting up that want to go. Seth Jones wants to go to Newhouse for camera work, is going to help us out this year. John Keenan wants to go to Newhouse. I mean, it's a prestigious program, Newhouse. So the fact that they're starting already, getting involved in the kind of process is what we're looking for. I mean, the ultimate goal is to have this school be a pillar of high school journalism, so kids are coming here not just for basketball, not just for football, not just for lacrosse or swimming or all these different sports, not just coming here for academics. I'm trying to find kids that, as an 8th grader, know they want to pursue journalism into the future, and we'll give them an outlet for it. Because with the way the competition is now in journalism, and if you don't want to do it as a young man or as a young woman coming into high school, you probably won't be successful, because those journalism programs in schools are already looking for experienced journalists, or else you're already behind. A guy like Alex Schiffer, who you mentioned before. I mean, I don't know John Nolan and Greg Tafaro, obviously does great work. But Alex Schiffer, when he was a junior, was already an experienced journalist. And he came to me as a writer and said, "Can you check my writing for me?" And I was looking at it saying, this is probably as good as I was as a senior after going through a whole 4 years at Rutgers University in journalism. So that's the kind of guy I want to find. That's the guy I want to foster and give him the opportunities. And I'm just glad that the guys we have now are getting that opportunity in a place that I think is going to ultimately work out really well for them.
And, not just me and Tanner doing the broadcast. Talk a little bit about like some kids that maybe don't want to be journalists, but, you have so many opportunities at SJTV with the setting up the tech, like Nick Fiore, James Bledsoe, obviously. Yeah. Talk a little bit like what other stuff we have offered to them, like energy.
Well, the beauty of SJTV and SJRN and the whole SJ Media Group is that we're able to integrate guys with so many different skill sets into what we do. I can look at a young person and say, okay, this guy, I assume he's going to be a good broadcaster. He likes to talk. He likes sports. He likes to be out there, put his voice out there a little bit. I know he's going to be good. I see Toby walking by now. I know Toby's going to be a good broadcaster for us down the line. I can feel it because that's just his kind of personality. But we also have guys like James Bledsoe, Nick Fiore, like you said. Without Fiore, I mean, 90% of the broadcasts that we've done wouldn't have gotten on the air. I mean, no offense to Max, but everything on that table over there means nothing to him. So the fact he was to get all these different guys involved is a sign of the really the diverse skill sets we have at St. Joe's. And the fact that they're willing to step away from the robotics table today and come out and help us make sure the broadcast goes over the air. That's really awesome. And it tells you about that community aspect we're building, that brotherhood we're trying to build. So a guy like Nick Fiore, who, if he decides to pursue audio engineering in the future or something in that field, he's going to be experienced because of what he's done for us. And it's awesome that he's getting an opportunity.
You said that you wanted to make St. Joe's the #1 high school in America for journalism. How do you think that starting something like this is different from any other high school you've seen?
As far as I know, I haven't seen it anywhere else, and I'm just speaking from a point of just lack of knowledge. It's a point of ignorance. But as far as I've seen, whenever we try to reach out to other schools and say, hey, we're interested in doing this, what do you think of it? Knowing the first question is, oh, wow, you guys do that? And so anytime we've gotten a chance to go to these other schools, whether it's in Middlesex County or the chances to go do county finals or state finals around the state, the reaction has always been very positive. It's a lot of surprise, and I think that's a testament to the fact that we're one of the first schools to really get involved in this kind of way. As far as pushing towards that goal of being the best, I think the guys we have here have the capability of being the best because they have that skill set, they have that passion for it. It's just a matter of continuing to foster their skills and allowing them to have all the creative opportunities that they've had so far. If a kid wants to make a show on his own, we let him make a show. And if it's good enough to go on a YouTube channel, we put it on a YouTube channel. If a kid wants to get involved in tech, we allow him the opportunities to do whatever he wants. I mean, this is all James Bledsoe's setup. If anyone's walking around campus, feel free to stop in front of the Brothers residence and see what James and Dave Dombrowski have created. And it makes no sense to me, but I know it makes sense because we're going over the air. We give them the opportunity to get involved in this kind of stuff. And obviously Max and Tanner, guys who, a 2-hour show, hey guys, go do 2 hours live. and just talk to a bunch of different people about what's going on. That's not an easy thing to do. It really, really isn't. And I think talking to the parents as they walk around and introducing SJ Media, I think that's something that's kind of lost on occasion of how difficult it is to sit up here and do this for 2 hours straight. It's very, very hard. And so just the practice and the repetitions of it is no different than any sport. The more work they get up here, the more work that you guys have doing different athletic events and different things around campus, the pep rallies and all this kind of stuff that we're integrating now, that's only going to make you guys better and make us better overall, because you're going to teach those younger guys, those freshmen we have in the club, about how to be the best possible broadcasters, the best possible engineers, and it's going to make us much, much stronger down the line for it.
Speaking of down the line, what's next for SJ Media? What's the next step? Where are we going?
I think the beauty of the modern age of journalism is the integration of all different aspects of media together. The newspaper is quickly becoming something that is going to be very much online oriented. It's everything that we put up on that newspaper is going to have a connection to our YouTube page. Everything. It is going to be a point where if you don't feel like reading just the short article, you just click on the link and you go right to a video, which is going to have one of our guys doing a whole broadcast of it. That's the goal. And as much as I'm not trying to say that the newspaper isn't as important, the newspaper is an avenue to other things and to a much bigger world in terms of journalism. So as all these things start to get a little bit more integrated together, I think you're going to see SJ Media grow and grow and grow and grow. And eventually it's going to be something that down the road is going to be one of those tent poles of the school that they'll say, yes, we have academics, yes, we have great athletics, and yes, we have a great journalism program. I want that to be those three things in a row, just like that. And so when Mr. Fleetwood and Dr. Brando talk to prospective parents and say, here are the things that we have, I want them to say one of the first things, and that journalism program you heard so much about, yeah, that we have that too. Don't rest assured. Your son can get involved in that when he decides to come here. I don't know if we'll have the statue of Max built yet, but that's at some point in the future we'll have that done. It'll be right in front of the Clucci statue, but one of those two right next to each other up there somewhere.
I want to thank Mr. Herring for coming on.
Thank you very much, Mr. Herring.
Thank you for starting this club, because guys like me, John Keenan, and other guys like Seth, didn't have this avenue in order to get ahead. I know that that's really going to help us out when we go, hopefully, to new house and stuff like that. Have really a head start on everyone else. So thank you, Mr. Herring, for doing it.
No problem, guys. Thanks for doing this.
Thank you.
Only an hour and a half left in the broadcast, so good luck to you.
What a day it's been for St. Joe's. We've had our ups, we've had our downs. But overall, we've come together as a community with a diverse range of emotions and talents, and we've become a family.
Let's bring up Zach Henry now.
Sounds like a plan, you know? It sounds okay to me. Zach, get up here, man. Welcome to the show.
How you guys doing?
How are you?
Pretty good. How are you?
So, Kyle Hansen said that you're one of the main guys who belong with him from the music industry. Can you talk a little bit about that to start off?
Yeah, music ministry definitely has come a long way from what it was last year, and including being nothing right before that. Music ministry, it's more and more evolved, more involved in certain ways, because whereas you have a lot of people that do band and things like that, and you have people that act, people that do sports, music ministry is more for anybody that likes to do things other than that. Like, I know personally I'm an actor, and I do the plays at St. Joe's, so I sing and I act, and on top of that I do music ministry, which definitely gets me out there and lets me help my religious community and helps me assist in the masses in certain ways. And then you have other people like Kyle, part of student council for most of his St. Joe's career, and he's never been out there. He does theater, and now he can sing for our St. Joe's community for the masses. So.
Now, Zach, you're also a prominent part of campus ministry. Am I correct? That's
yes.
Yes. Talk to us a little bit about campus ministry and the increasing role that they are playing in the St. Joe's community.
Well, as the years go on, and as Father James has told us, and everything that's happened with our very own campus ministry building, we've had big renovations. Downstairs, we have the commons where everybody comes, has lunch. We have tables, we got couches, TVs. It's a great place for people to just come together and talk with their friends and be one community. And then upstairs we have the newly renovated chapel, which is absolutely beautiful. It's got everything that we've done in the past summer, thanks to Christian Patrico and people like Luke Yakeley and Andrew Fontanetta and other people that are also prominent parts of campus ministry came in and donated their very own time to come and assist in the renovation of our entire building. So it's allowed us to become more prominent in the community, especially with like certain clubs have their own little areas. Campus ministry has its own building. It's got its own headquarters for the community. And then in another sense, we also do a lot of drives at St. Joe's. Now, campus ministry runs all of our donation drives for like campus casual days, and all the money we raise goes to specific foundations and certain things. I don't know the names off the top of my head, but as of right now, we're doing a Thanksgiving food drive where we're feeding 375 families. We're trying to raise $15,000. So far, we're set on track for a good thing. Last year, I think we raised $3,000 or $4,000 more, and it was definitely a solid outcome for our entire community. And it gives St. Joe's a big name for the people around us, and it allows us to be more than just an athletic school and more than just an academic school and more than just this. It allows us to build our religious faith and our theology within the community of Metuchen.
That's a pretty good answer right there. That's basically answers it all. My next question, Zach, and really my final question for you is, what's next for campus ministry? You've already taken, a huge leap forward in the right direction, last year, the year before. So, what's next? What's the next step for you guys?
Well, for campus ministry, moving on, it's just to keep being involved in the community, keep building up our relationship with the school and with the student body and all these other things. I know right now we have our president, John Schleck, and our vice presidents, Luke Yakeley and Christian Petrico, who are working hard at everything they do with the community of Metuchen, with Bishop Cecchio himself, with the St. Joe's community and the student body and everything like that. And next year, the future president of campus ministry, I'll have to take their role, and I'll have to basically look at what they've done and see what I can do better, see how I can continue their success, but in the same way, help campus ministry grow to be a bigger thing. Just the beginning of this school year, actually, Bishop Cecchio, when he became bishop at the end of last year, he came to Father James and basically told Father James that he loves what he's done at this school. Campus ministry has become, it's a blossoming flower at St. Joe's, and he talked about Immaculata and Bishop R and how their schools they have their campus ministry programs, but honestly, it's nothing compared to us. And Bishop Cecchio himself has putting a priest in each of those schools, and he wants them to mirror what we have done at St. Joseph High School and have the same success, hopefully have the same success that we have here, and bolster their community and their faith as much as we do.
Right. Well, there's nothing like the original, and I think it definitely shows, the effort and the time that these guys put in, because it's definitely something wonderful. And if you ever have time here on campus, I do encourage you to check out the Coriesi Chapel. It's beautiful. They've definitely done a great job. So thanks a lot, Zach, for being here.
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate it.
I remember being a freshman at St. Joe's, like campus ministry wasn't like anything.
It wasn't even a thing, you know what I mean?
Father
I had no idea.
Father James came in like the sophomore year and made like a powerhouse of this.
Yeah, it's been stepped up tremendously, more than words would say. So
like in just a couple of years too, it's ridiculous how big it's become.
Definitely something incredible.
So I don't think we have any more guests right now. So if you want to talk about, we're definitely not bringing back Enrico.
Enrico actually has been expelled from school. So we can bring back Enrico, I guess. Yeah. Enrico, if you want to talk about your experience at St. Joe's, what do you think was some of your favorite memories or your favorite activity at St. Joe's?
One thing that comes to mind is definitely Freshman Cup. My team actually won. Shout out to the Armadillos. We went undefeated. And, as an accelerated geometry team, no one had any expectations for us, just a bunch of nerds in accelerated geometry. But we surpassed expectations and won.
My sources say, again, these are old sources, that your team lost every single game this year.
No, I don't know where you heard that source. We actually won 2 games. It's not as good as we thought we'd do, carrying on our legacy, but at least we won a few games.
You won 2 out of how many games?
I think it was 4. We went 2. No, out of 6.
It was 10 max. Max.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let him fool you.
Yeah. Speaking of like more St. Joe's memories, senior year has just been a blast. We're only like a month in, but senior year is like exactly what I thought it would be.
I think it's definitely something to work towards, and as long as you put the work in the first 3 years, senior year is definitely a lot of fun.
Yes, definitely. And as senior class president, I'm working to make senior year as enjoyable as possible for us seniors. I've already helped with the pep rally, with freshman cup. I'm still helping with senior cup. You know, it's going to be a fun year, senior. So stick around.
What was your job at the pep rally?
Pep rally. I guess the secret's out now. I was Harambe. Yup, that was me, in the gorilla suit, tackling the kids.
If the viewers have a chance and want to know what we're talking about, because you probably have no idea, the pep rally video is on the St. Joseph website. The student council did a tremendous job this year, putting together a bunch of really funny, lighthearted things.
Yes, definitely.
Give the kids a break. It was a lot of fun. Enrico was there. He's a testament to this.
I want to give like a huge shout out to Matt Donato and our very own Tanner. They worked their hearts out and just gave us the best pep rally we've ever had.
Yeah, that was definitely. You show off your tackle technique too, tackling Mr. Herring and James Lawrence. I think maybe Coach Ransone needs to talk to you and maybe get on the football team.
You know, I'm already getting a few looks. You know, LSU. I'm going places, but I don't know. I don't think football is the life for me. You know, I'm looking at like communications right now, Fordham University.
Did anybody ask? I don't remember.
Okay. You know, senior year, a lot of this has to do with the college process. I'm looking at a lot of colleges right now, obviously. So I'm looking at majoring in some sort of communications or journalism, something like that. So right now, my top choice is Fordham University, specifically Lincoln Center, their Manhattan campus. I'm also looking at Rutgers University. Our very own Mr. Herring graduated there with in majoring in journalism. So, you know, I'm taking after him. What else? You know, Syracuse. Some of the top journalism schools I'm looking at.
Max, what
Harvard.
About your senior year? What you're hoping to do, or where you are hoping to go in the future, and what the St. Joseph Media Company has done for you for this process.
Well, senior year has been pretty hectic. I mean, broadcasting almost every game for football team is pretty crazy, traveling across the state, but like Enrico said, I'm trying to get into like top journalism schools. This is what I want to do, like the sports broadcast when I grow up. So Syracuse is my number one. I'm applying for a decision there, and Northwestern maybe, but I know that's probably highly unlikely. But Penn State, stuff like that. But I mean, yeah, this media company really. If I didn't have this, then I would just have my GPA and SAT, and Syracuse wouldn't really see like what I've done to media-wise, but since we've done this, I think that this has really given me a head start over everyone else. But Tanner, where are you applying right now? We haven't talked so
it
much
is a
about you.
hectic process. You know, I'm trying to go to a good enough business school. I'm looking at a lot of schools such as Rutgers, Pittsburgh, UConn, Penn State. You know, places where they're not too far, but they're not too close. I'm really just trying to prosper where I am. If we can, I would like to bring Tim Garb to the stage.
I was going to say something. Never mind. I'll be back.
I would like to explain my relationship with Tim Garb, and it's really a true testament to the St. Joseph's community. I did not know Tim Garb when we met. I had no idea who he was. And I soon learned that we literally had nothing in common, and we are still very good friends.
We're best friends.
I think that's a very good testament to the St. Joseph's community, that somebody that I literally should not be friends with, we'd see each other many times during the day and share a good hearty laugh. Garb, you know, maybe just talk about our friendship. Talk about maybe how St. Joe's has affected our friendship, and maybe who we are as people, please.
You know, it's interesting actually. Tanner, me and you, we're high school sweethearts. That's all I can really say. If I could take you to prom, I have to say I would.
Don't do that. right, Garb, thanks. Okay, Tim Garb, hockey. Tell us about hockey. Let's leave our personal lives out of it for now. Tell us about the hockey team this year, your role in previous years, and how it's improved this year.
Well, my role in previous years is non-existent. But this year, we're going to be a different team. We lost a lot of skilled seniors, but we have about 12 seniors this year, so we're going to be an old team, and I think we might be able to come together and put together a good season for all you guys.
We hope so. Talk about the atmosphere at the games when the crowd is there. I heard it's electrifying. That's what our sources say right here. Electrifying. Can you comment?
You know, all 6 fans are pretty crazy, but when people do show up, they have a lot of fun. So we should get more people out there. Talking to you.
Tim, as a senior this year, what are some of your what's one of your favorite memories at school?
Michael Niski.
Just Michael Niski.
Please, a little bit of detail. Michael Niski is one of our close friends. I think what Garb is trying to say is that the ability to make friends at St. Joe's in such an easy way, in such a light-hearted way, is really just something that other schools don't offer, and a unique experience. Right?
I think that's about it. Yeah.
That's about it. So thanks a lot, Garb.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
I'll see you later.
These guys have a pretty good bromance going on right now, I guess.
We shouldn't. We don't talk about our personal life. This is a professional atmosphere.
Oh, I'm sorry. I guess we have to bring back Enrico Borromeo.
So, how do you guys feel about how this open house went? Good? I feel like this is definitely one of our better open houses. I've been to all 4, and I feel like this is definitely the most people we've had come. The changes that Mr. Fleetwood has made to the school, honestly, I agree with all of them. What about you guys?
I think that the school is definitely moving in the right direction.
Agreed.
I think the fact that changes are being made are an indication that we're moving forward and we're not focusing on the past, and we're really just we're looking towards the future, and I think only good things are to come with this. Max?
I think you're absolutely right. I think when Mr. Fleetwood was done, originally a lot of people did not like it, but I think as the years go on, I think I'm starting to see the changes.
Yeah, definitely.
Good. Everything's been helping the school out a lot. You can see it with the attempts at open house right now. It's really made a difference.
Yeah, I feel like last year when Mr. Fleetwood was imposing all these changes on us, we were so reluctant to accept them because it's been this way for so long. But a year in, I definitely think that this is the move to make.
I think so too.
I agree with you, Enrico.
Wow, really? That's a first. Okay. I agree.
St. Joseph High School, place of excellence, a home.
Where excellence is a habit, not a goal.
That's something I think we should definitely emphasize. It's not a goal, because a goal would imply that we're trying, but
we're not even trying.
Our faith is actually a habit. It's something we do just as St. Joe's students. It's something that's instilled within us at an early age, and something that we carry on through our actions, not just our words.
So, yeah, I agree.
I agree. What are the service opportunities at St. Joe's are definitely something to talk about. I think we have more service opportunities than many other schools, and I think we have kids that are definitely willing to step up to the plate when it comes to service, because they really recognize what they have and what they can give to others. An example of this would be Justice Works.
Justice Works, definitely.
Definitely a lot of opportunities to help.
And this reminds me of the St. Joe's commercial where everyone's saying, I am this, I am a lacrosse player. So why don't you guys share something that you are of a part of this St. Joe's community?
I am a broadcaster for the St. Joseph community.
Yeah, same thing. I'm a broadcaster.
Max is also.
I am a volleyball player.
Do we call him a volleyball player?
The sources say
I am a volleyball fanatic. A volleyball fan.
The sources say Enrico is likely to be cut in ensuing season.
You say he goes to the games.
Look, man. Even if I get cut, I will still remain loyal to the game of volleyball, just like I remain loyal to the Nets. Even though they're a very bad team, I still stick with them. That just shows my loyalty. Yeah, we'd like to bring on Coach Ransone.
Thanks for being here, Enrico. We have Coach Ransone with us. Definitely a pleasure, Coach Ransone. Thank you for being here. It's always a pleasure. Welcome.
Coach Ransone is leading his team right now, 6-0 record center. Pretty ridiculous considering all the circumstances.
How are you guys today?
We are well. How are you?
Pretty good. Starting to come to an end, so it's been a good day.
Just walk us through the open house today. What are some of the good things you saw, and what are you excited for next year?
I think the biggest thing I saw, which is exactly what we expected, is that our students shine. They're the ones who sell the school, and we've heard such positive feedback already from our prospective families of how well prepared our young men are and how well spoken they were. And for next year, I expect that energy to carry over and hopefully bring in a big class.
Coach, one of the things that really attracts the students is the football team. You guys are 6-0 this year. Closest game you played, you won by 22 points. Really, I mean, we want at SJRM, we want the close games to get one of those things, but you guys have really helped us out in that regard. But right now, you're 6-0. The team, you lost Manny Resto for a couple games. You lost Paul Frizzell basically for season, but you're still beating the hell out of these teams. Can you just talk a little bit about how your team has really overachieved really this year?
Yeah, well, I don't know if the right word is overachieved. This was our expectations. This is our first 4-year group. We have a lot of 3-year starters coming back, and that experience is something, it's valuable. And the kids have done a great job overcoming adversity, and that's part of football. I told them that June 13th, our first day. At some point, somebody's going to go down and somebody's going to need to be replaced, and you guys got to be ready. And our kids have done an incredible job of preparing themselves for that. It's really a testament to what kind of team they are, and I've said this in the paper and I've said it on other media sites. When you have a lot of talent and you have kids that are about each other and not about individuality, that's when you have something special, and that's what this team is this year. It's a special group. We plan on continuing to move forward, but they also have they understand that it's a week-to-week thing, and that they have to prepare themselves every single week. The fact that we won 42-0 last Friday means nothing, moving
Coach,
forward.
Can you repeat the score? I didn't hear you.
42-0. Hey, and with that being said, I like to give the shot because we score a lot of points, but our defense has only given up 5 points a game this year. And to be quite honest, we've had the North Brunswick guy refuse to even acknowledge the last touchdown because the guy was short and he wasn't in. But our defense has done a terrific job. Every week we've won all 3 phases, and when you can win all 3 phases of the game, you're going to win football games. As simple as that. So we win the special team phase, we win the defensive phase, and we do a good job scoring points on offense.
And Mitch Epstein told me that the mentality that you preach to them basically across the last couple of weeks of all the adversity is the next man on. Talk a little bit about that mentality, since you guys have really been unfortunate with all these injuries that happened. And really, next guy that came up has played at the same level or better than the starters. So can you just talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, next man up. And like I just said before, at some point, in the game of football, somebody's going to go down, and you need to prepare yourself to be the next guy up. And our kids have done that. They have that understanding, and that comes from our senior leadership. As coaches, you can preach it all you want. There's not a coach in America who doesn't preach that, especially in the game of football. But if you don't have kids that buy into it, it's meaningless. And that's what we have here. We have a group of seniors who have bought into it, and they have prepared themselves for an injury, for a guy going down, to prepare themselves to be the next guy up. And it's trickled down into our youth, into our younger guys, and they take the same mentality. At any level, but particularly high school, it's the senior leadership. The seniors are the ones that set the tones, and I can't say enough about this group of seniors. They just do a terrific job. They get it. That's the word I like to use. They get it.
All right, Coach, I want to thank you for coming on.
You've done a wonderful job.
All right.
Thank you
Thanks,
very much
guys.
for having
Anything you need.
Thank
All
you.
right. Good job, gentlemen.
We're bringing up Max Santangelo right now.
Thank you, Max. Thank you for being here.
How you boys doing?
Good.
So, Max, junior this year. Tell us a little bit about your experience at St. Joe's, what you're interested in this year, and your expectations for next year.
Well, having a pretty good year. Can't really complain. I have Mr. Herring, which is the highlight. He's standing right there. He has the highlight of my junior year. Looking forward to a good senior year. Hopefully you guys can set the table for an even better one.
We hope so. That's the plan. What are you excited for next year?
Just being a senior, being able to finally look back at everything that I did over my high school career and hopefully get started in the next chapter of my life.
That sounds about right. Well done. Yeah, well said. Max, anything to add?
Let's talk a little bit about the baseball team. Max, baseball team, you're the manager of the baseball team, so you're obviously
No,
running
no,
the team a lot.
player.
You're playing this year, right?
Yeah.
Oh wow, all right. So
talk about your baseball career. Tell us your story.
Well, I just wanted to say this year, if you don't catch a St. Joe's baseball game, you're missing out. Good job, James. If you don't get out to see one, you're missing out because we have a very strong, good team this year, and I think we can make a very, very good run at a state championship, at a county championship. I honestly think we can get nationally ranked if we win a state championship.
yeah, I think so too. Really good.
There's big high stakes, Get to hear.
I mean, Nick Lafredo at short, Brandon Warwick committed to Delphi, Gabe Mejias, Ross Meertz going to be making big plays this year, going to be doing a good job leading the boys. Kyle Angel, Northeastern. So, try and catch a game.
Big doings. Very exciting. We'll be happy to be a part of it in the spring when the spring rolls around. So thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me, guys.
We have a special guest today. A member of the Skull family is with us. An illustrious family of a sort to the St. Joe's community.
The Kennedys are the same.
Time and time again, they come around, and it seems to never end. And just when you thought it would end, it doesn't.
It keeps going.
Ben, tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us about your family.
Well, my family's very nice, and I have three brothers that went here. Two of them graduated, and one of them's still here. Yeah.
So, would you say that St. Joe's is your top choice for high school this year?
Yes.
What makes you interested in the St. Joseph community?
Well, the fact that my three brothers went here, and it's like the Skull tradition, I guess.
You're the last of the Skulls. You gotta make your mark. How do you expect to do this on the St. Joseph community? Just do your thing.
Yeah.
Well said.
Where are you trying to get involved in at St. Joe's? Any clubs that you're looking at and getting involved in?
Probably this club.
Wow,
All right. Good to hear.
Love it.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
probably the best of all, yeah.
your brothers. What do you think about them? Let's go down the line, and what's the best thing about each? Let's start with Kevin.
Kevin's all right. He's the first, so he's clearly like the best. Matt's just Matt. He used to do this club, which is pretty good, I guess. Nick just plays baseball, and that's his main focus. And yeah. And now I'm here.
And now you're here, Ben.
Yeah.
You excited?
Yes, very.
How'd you like the open house? All right.
It was very good.
Not too shabby.
Yeah.
Well, we're glad to hear. We're excited to have you, Ben.
Yeah, I can't
we'll
wait
be
to
waiting
see it.
for you. Thank you for being here with us. It's a pleasure.
Woo! We've got some excited prospective students coming out there.
Yeah, everyone seems excited to be a part of the St. Joseph community.
We're not going to be here to see Ben, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's a shame.
But definitely keep some tabs on him later on. I don't know why he's
Yeah. So speaking of family, have you guys had any other siblings come here? You? No.
I did not.
What about you, Max? You're the first.
My dad went here.
Oh, your dad. So that's some family. My brother went here. He graduated here. Class of Lorenzo Borromeo. I am Enrico. Yeah, he was a class of 2014. Yeah, same as Carl Anthony Towns, Marcus Towns, Wade Baldwin IV. Lorenzo Borromeo.
So did your brother's admission to St. Joseph High School affect your decision to come to St. Joseph?
Oh yeah, definitely. After my brother went here, my parents kind of just fell in love with the school, and that's how I ended up here.
And do you share a similar love for the school now that you've been involved in the program for 4 years?
Definitely. I feel like I have a greater love for the school. I feel like I was involved in more things than he was, especially since I'm senior class president.
Are you saying you're better than your older brother?
Yeah. Basically, I have a varsity letter. He doesn't. I have more friends than him, even though, yeah. So,
Very modest.
you know, humble.
It's been a very productive day here at St. Joseph High School. A lot of different perspectives coming at you from in a short, condensed period of time. I hope all of this. I hope you could retain all of this information, and I hope we've done enough to sway your opinion.
Now we'd like to bring on Gil Gerard Austria.
Yeah, let's bring on maybe the valedictorian, maybe, we'll see.
Very possible.
Be a competition at the end of the year. I'm certainly not.
Yeah. Give it up for Gil. I'll catch you later.
We have Gil Gerard Austria right now.
Gil, welcome.
Thank you for having me here.
Highest GPAs in the school, but
Now, Gil, we want to address a rumor that's been going around the school. We hear from our sources that you are the front runner for valedictorian this year. Do you have any comment on this? Maybe on your opponents, on your personal progress?
Oh, well, you know how I feel about rumors. Well, since our school doesn't really release rankings or anything, I don't really have too much of an idea. Guess just anybody in the classes. Just in my classes, I guess it's all fair game. Everything's really close. Everybody's GPAs are like .001 away from each other, so it's gonna come down to the end.
Who would you say are the other front runners for valedictorian this year?
Yeah, probably other names mentioned there, like Scott Aravina. Got I think Luke Yakeley. Is that one of them too? Luke Yakeley. Yeah, Luke Yakeley. Chris Janis, maybe. Michael McGillicuddy.
Would you say Owen Donnelly is in the race?
Well, yeah, definitely. Owen's a smart kid. A lot of class with him too.
So, Gil, tell us about your experience at St. Joe's. What have you participated in that really made you the kid you are today?
I guess one of the biggest influences I had was the Molly UN and Youth and Government Club. My freshman mentor was the president of the club at the time, and he encouraged me to go in, and I've been in all 4 years, and it's one of the best experiences, the highlights of my high school career.
Would you recommend this club for any incoming freshmen that might be looking for programs to participate in?
Yeah, of course. It'll help you increase your public speaking skills, cooperation skills. There's a lot of leadership opportunities. Get to meet a lot of people, make a lot of new friends. There are girls. Saturday night, there's a dance. With girls.
Gil, right now, like we said, you're running for valedictorian right now, and how do you think, all the academics at St. Joe's has really helped you prepare for the next step, which is college?
I guess it's really helped me out with time management and staying up late, going to sleep at 2 in the morning every night. Goobs papers, It's a struggle. Hopefully, college will be harder, but it will have a lot of more flexibility. So, unstructured periods, things like that help me with my time management.
Not really that good right now. It's just the Goobs papers right now.
It's the Goobs papers, honestly. And Capstone.
Oh, obviously that's
Capstone. Thank you for having me. Thank you.
We now have a representative from the cross-country team coming in to talk to us a little bit. They're mid-season, towards the end. He's going to talk to us about their challenges during the season and what they hope for towards the end. Welcome. Thank you for being with us.
You're welcome.
You guys only have one senior, James Lawrence. How is that? You're so a lot of underclassmen. How do you guys really try to not play like underclassmen and really try to step up?
I mean, since we have, like you said, the only one senior, we look up to him to lead us, and since we have a really young team, we strive to push ourselves. I mean, it's not bad to have one senior
because next year we're going to have a bunch of seniors ready to run. We do fine with the one senior. Leadership-wise, it's great. He just pushes us, do our best. It's really fun.
What drew you to cross country? What do you think you've taken away from participating?
I mean, I ran cross country in 8th grade, so it was great. It was fun. So I'm like, oh, I'll try it in high school. I didn't really know anyone in this high school when I first came to St. Joe's, so I came here and I didn't know anyone. I was like a really shy kid. Came onto the cross country team, met all these new kids, made friends, bonded over the years, and here we are, junior year. We all know each other. We're all great friends. We all hang out with each other. So it's great. It's a very big growing experience. It's a great staple.
And you guys have won, I think, every GMC meet that you've played in. Is that correct?
I mean, so far, yeah, the dual meets have been pretty good for us. We have the GMCs coming up this Saturday, so that's a race we have to get ready for and definitely look towards. It's going to be tough. There's a lot of great teams out there, but, St. Joe's, we push through, right?
Absolutely.
Well, thank you very much, Christopher.
You're welcome.
Your information was certainly appreciated, and we wish you luck. Thank you.
And I don't think we have any more guests, so you want us to wrap it up? We've probably gone over.
Let's just wrap it up, I guess.
Yeah.
We've gone over our 2 hours pretty quickly.
Definitely.
I want to thank Tanner. Thank you for coming on, man. You did
Yeah,
a great
no, thank
job.
you for having me, guys. It was a blast. Thank you guys for listening.
I want to thank, obviously, James Bledsoe and David over there. You guys really did a great job setting this all up. Nick Fior, Mr. Herring, the Godfather, of course, Enrico for coming on, even though he's not invited.
Yeah, honestly, I just want to thank everyone here for having me. I feel like this is a great first step for me, and I look forward to broadcasting basketball and anything else. So
if you didn't get a chance to come out today, we do encourage it. You're always welcome on campus, and you're always welcome with us. So
Yeah, freshman for a day.
Just know that.
So, prospective students, make sure you guys tune into this. Make sure you guys come visit the campus. It's a great school. You guys will not regret it. I mean, we've been here for 4 years, and we certainly haven't regretted it. So thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.
overall, a very successful open house.
SJRN signing off.